long time, the trade-off has been
less than 24 hours or 12 hours. When Nigerians, they happy with Adeleke, they don't they angry with Amu, they don't they para for her. And the story, now he carry us on this class. So, as you can see, Davido received the news say he also don't win.
Of the law is hereby declared the winner.
Yeah!
Thank you. That's all. We don't win. That's all. Win. That's all. That's all. That's all, my boss. Congratulations. You won the election, my boss. That's all. Oh, one for a reason. Oh, one for a reason. Oh, one for a reason. Have you won the election, guy? Ah, number one. Oh, one. That's all. We don't win. That's all. We don't win, my guy. We don't win. We don't win. We don't win. We don't win. We don't win, my boss. We don't win. That's all. Congratulations, sir. That's all.
See, even himself was so excited.
Ademola Jackson, Nuruddin of Accord Party, I was satisfied the requirement of the law is hereby declared the winner.
Look at him on the ground, just like Davido. But why they laugh for ground? Because the victory was not easy. APC sent governors, NAS leaders, ETA, Osun State to intimidate him. Some leaders in APC even threatened Accord members, all manner of intimidations. In all this, presidents condemn the intimidation, the alleged vote buying, everything when they talk against APC they do for Osun State. Presidents drop any statement. Adeleke, they happy. Everybody, they happy. The street people, they happy. Before the victory, as you can see, Davido talk say no more supporting any presidential candidate. Tag the uncle. Make we day our day. Make we day our day. Here, he talk say, try official bat. Here, he drop this. I can never support APC in my life. Somebody like this casted doubt, say, forget that thing. For those of you who are carried away by his emergency activism and have concluded prematurely that he's with you, just wait until his uncle manages to win. His family will go to Abuja, present the victory to Tinubu and resume their support for Tinubu. In that same line, Abu dropped similar thing. Wait, what I see out Davido will be not challenged toward the 2027 presidential election. The highest he will do is to tweet, vote wisely and protect your vote. Okay, someone like this, he wrote, Adeleke, he will make him and Davido later endorse Tinubu for president. Now, so we say, Adeleke today say he does re-endorse Tinubu. Watch now.
And growth under my renewed 5-point agenda. At this point, I must deeply appreciate Mr. President, His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his strong support for a free and fair election. Mr. President is a son of Osun State, and I hereby reaffirm my earlier endorsement of him for a second term in the 2027 presidential election.
Now this thing make me para. See, what it is? That Tinubu do all our Osun people. Now he do come and see para. Now you carry us come here, so some people are confused. Say, like this guy, he said, this is troubling. Why thank the president for a free and fair election? Elections are conducted by an independent INEC, not by the president. A free and fair election is not a presidential favor. It is the constitutional minimum every Nigerian should expect from our democratic institutions. Another person where they confused, what a people, what a society. If a governor wins an election in New York or Colorado, will he thank Donald Trump for a free and fair election, for letting him win? A broke society, a broke people. Disappointed. Remember, say the pressure was too much that even Davido tweeted this. Anybody supporting APC in Osun State is an enemy of progress. And your uncle de Osun State abi the first citizen they support APC now. Let's be learned this weekend. He tweeted this before yesterday. So you can see 10th of August. Say anybody will support APC now enemy of progress. Your uncle can go rush they support the APC. We won't come out from power. You get the point now? Anyway, the question is strong support for Asiwaju. A free and fair election. Even this victory was not free and fair. Otherwise, the margin for the wide, the intimidation, the threatening. You say accord member by them. So many things. Vote by intimidation, withdrawal of police, many things. People call the think that say, I be the fear because of local government fund, or if they just say EFCC give us some allegation after his tenure because he go come out around this time. That is, he go come out before Tinubu. He dey fear. But the fact where they ground with this, Tinubu wanted Osun State by all means. They plan to use it to send a message to 2027. Say they accept us for Osun State. Almost all APC governors, NAS leaders, to show support, they went there with resources. So it was not by Tinubu, it was because of the people. Okay? Vote buying and voter intimidation. Now we see an APC presidency, no condemn. They no condemn. But also people made it happen. Many risked their life. They fight people safe. They defended their vote. Now wait to make her happen with this. So we say one man allowed a free and fair election. Nothing was free there and nothing was fair. It's just that at the end of the day, he still won because the people say you can never win this election. You could look at people that are looking at the AG fund, local government fund. Doku or Jomo, worry not about this video is only massaging Tinubu's ego. Not every expression or support is genuine. Doing this is necessary to get President Tinubu to release onto state allocation, which is about 200 billion. There is no true love between Governor Adeleke and President Tinubu. The public show of endorsement is simply a way to soften Tinubu's act so he can release this money to Osun State. Okay? God drop this evidence. Tinubu administration will hold 202 billion Osun local government allocations in 15 months amid political disputes. This one, as expected, Osun State local government area allocations of over 200 billion is still outstanding. All is fair in politics. Remember, Adeleke must do all he can to get those funds released. Okay? Don't hate the player. Change the game. This person is not saying, even if he sees Osun State Federal Allocation Fund, even if the whole country is in a mess, this is a bad thing to say when innocent citizens stood by you. Now, you are giving the accolades to APC that tried to ring the election. So because you did favor APC now, it's because of Tinubu and not the people who protected their vote. Well, at the end of the day, politics is about interest. Nothing more. Like this guy, remember, he dropped this before the victory. He don't laugh now. Say, I took him. This one too, highly disappointed. Drop this one. You, Adeleke. Also, people stood against Tinubu and his APC team. 28 died. And this is how you pay them back. To drop you, Adeleke. Don't hate APC because of anybody. Just stay on your day. Adeleke that everyone supported from everywhere around the country, even those not in Osun supported him. He wishing him victory against APC that is tormenting him. He got the victory. All that 24 hours. He's now back at the camp of his tormentor. Shameless. This is the terrible part of most Nigeria. As long as I am fine, every other person can stab. I don't care. What a mentality. As long as I win, they go by themselves. Selfishly wicked. I am not surprised. Just hope you could have had the balls to honor the people who died defending their votes due to the actions of same Bat by refusing to support him. Instead of thanking his nephew, Davido, and the good people of Onchu State who stood against the election ringers and defeated them using their sweat and blood, is here showcasing circumstances as always. Rubbish. Irony. The man Nigerians are celebrating, Adeleke, is supporting the man Nigerians want out of office, Tinubu. Interesting, isn't it? The lesson learned, the lesson where everybody learn anyway, whatever, is that endorsement or no endorsement, APC know say both they count. Or should people don't prove am? Say these people, they know say both they count. That's why they won't buy am. Okay? They know say I turn out, they hurt them or go hurt them. That's why those politicians, they say if you come out, if they see una, you drop unnecessary intimidation. So if this is say no, ringing, they impossible. Okay? The people are supreme. Now waiting the people to show this, whether the governor don't go join the people, but the people of Osun State, they teach us say vote they count. That's why they won't buy them. I turn out, they quench even the intimidation when they want intimidate people. If they say no, bring is impossible, that the people are supreme. So they don't teach us, rewire Nigeria's brain that APC can be defeated. Okay? Irrespective of the number of governors when they get. Look at Osun, almost 22 governors, Senate president, rep, so many. What did they get? Failure. If you like, make all the governors of Nigeria become to APC from this 34 to 36, whatever. Nigerians now go determine who did that seat next year. Now this one, I collect from Osun. If the governor like make even the camp, doesn't matter. Gaslighting. Let everybody just go ahead and do what they did in Osun. Following INEC and others bumper to bumper, they can be defeated in 2027 period. Talk is cheap. He has only one vote. Let the people of Osun State and others decide who their presidential candidate will be. To let you know, say they understand the message. This guy dropped this. He thought say APC, they don't say they don't get level. Looks like the embarrassing loss in Osun State has given my APC friends the much needed clarity that Bola Tinubu has no path to re-election. After much reflection, APC members and supporters have gathered to lament this embarrassing loss and have concluded that this is a pointer to 2027. According to them, Bola Tinubu should look elsewhere and depend on other regions for votes rather than the Southwest. So, he could share with us their group chat.
Rajra, let me just tell you the truth and the facts. Me, I will advise Baba, don't depend on Southwest food. This is also a simple truth.
No. Honorable is a different dynamic.
No. It is part of it. Let me tell you, Raj. I understand, right? But this is just the truth. If Baba needs to have alliance elsewhere, I beg.
You know what? We hold our
This
tight.
this is the truth. Raj, both of us, we are politicians. And
well, I understand and I agree.
and you know this result, and like I said, sorry, please. No.
Honorable, it should not depend or not rely on.
Any suru. Let me tell you something. If Lagos State is an off-season election, we will know. I know what I'm saying now. Raj, Emi ati emo nkan tí mo sọ.
Honorable, but honorable, you know where you are missing the point.
But the thing is, bí a kì í sọ ní Yorùbá, bóyá ó máa yé èmi àti ẹ. Apologies to those that do not understand Yoruba on this space. Apologies, please. Tí ó bá dojú ẹ̀, wàláì, èmi ò lè fi ọkàn tán ìbò tó máa wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. òtọ́rọ̀ ni mo máa sọ fún ẹ. A mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 2023.
Honourable kò tí ì rí bẹ́ẹ̀ sẹ́. Àwọn ìlú méjì
Àní
tèmi.
Dr. Jallo, mo ń sòtọ́rọ̀ fún yín
Ẹ
sẹ́.
dúró.
Ṣebí
Honourable
foundational Okuman wà ń bí báyìí.
Èmi mọ̀ wọ́n tẹ́
Akọ́mi
èmi
wà ń bí báyìí.
mo mọ̀ wọ́n tẹ́ ń sọ
Honourable
sísítà mi ní sùúrù.
So-
Tẹ bá ti
So the thing is,
èmi gan tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gan.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan fún yín.
ẹ,
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan fún yín. Election yìí, it's a reflection of how
tí
ká lọ mú data yìí, ká mú data yìí, ká mú data yìí, ká mú títí Èkìtì. Thank God it's an off-season election.
gbogbo wa ló ní information
Right.
dání, gbogbo wa ló dẹ̀ mọ̀
Ká-
tó ṣẹlẹ̀ àti mi. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣe mí.
Any sùúrù now. That's why as a party person, lèmi ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o. Because a gbọ́dọ̀ padà lọ jókòó ká wò pé okay,
Of course.
nǹkan báyìí la ní lọ́ṣun,
Of course.
nǹkan báyìí la ní lẹ́kìtì. Okay, kí la lè project pé a máa ní lọ́yọ̀ọ́? Kí la lè project pé a máa ní
Gbogbo
lẹ́kọ̀ọ́?
ibẹ̀ la máa sọ̀rọ̀
Kí la
sí.
lè project pé òun náà ni mò ń sọ náà, ṣé bí nǹkan ibi tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ nìyẹn?
But
Kí la máa project pé a máa ní níbí báyìí? Ká mọ nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe. Because eléyìí ti lọ and it is pushing us towards 2027
eléyìí tó wá tó lọ yìí
election.
ṣóyè sísà mi Ọ̀ṣun
And
yìí personally mi ó yẹ kẹ́ ti gbọ́ dáadáa lórí platform yìí pé tó bá ní kí n lọ mú state méjì ní south west tí èmi ò gbọ́kànlé rí láyé mi rárá.
Top of my to-do list is check the candidates from our premium sponsored job post on Indeed.
Welcome,
They're certified and I invite them to
welcome, my
apply.
brother. Make yourself comfortable. Make yourself election
Òun ní
campaign
ìlú
done
méjèèjì
this
tó
start
súnmọ́ra wọn yẹn
hours
Ọ̀ṣun
away.
àti Àtọ̀yọ́.
So
You hear that so? Tí ẹ dé o, another lesson learned. Another lesson na be Fubara. People say, you no see yourself, you dey fear wike. Why you dey fear am sef? Look at wetin happen for Osun.
I'm telling you,
APC projected the fear
Yo,
of
never hear
32
you.
governors all to you and made you give up as governor even before your tenure ended. It is not about godfatherism. If the people are behind you, you become an unstoppable movie train. The same thing. Wike was the PDP. Amici APC. PDP. Buhari they with Amici. Amici get candidate now. Only Wike they against military, police, federal might, because according to him, he get the people. If you get the people, if you get us Nigerians, forget they are fewer than us. Okay? You don't lose. Now you put the talk so. What do you learn from this whole thing? Politicians, they be friends. For instance, when politicians are looting, they know they say you are from Igbo, you are from Yoruba, you be Hausa, you be this. They are friends. In their meetings, they know they say who be Igbo, who be this, who be that, who be this, who be that. And they say, oh, now it tie them. Now chains bind them together. They know Sabi, who be Muslim, who be Igbo, who be Hausa, who be South, Southeast. They don't care about party where you did. They are together. Now the masses versus Nigeria politicians. The earlier you know this, the better. They are together. They will always love themselves. Now during election, they go on scatter these ones with religion, with party, with tribe. At the end of the day, the way whether they do things together. Now, so bad road, they affect all of us together. Insecurity, they affect all of us together. Bad healthcare system, they affect all of us together. The economy, they affect all of us together. But then they are few bounded together by the same character. These ones, the earlier you know this, the better. Now, they determine whether they will exist or not. Now, say they go use religion, tribalism, whatever, the bad one, now no.
welcome,
Now,
my desire.
the same market, the same station. Now, will continue to bear the consequences of their policies.
I'm telling you.
And so, if you want to take, drop off a comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Telling you.
Hello, you are welcome to this class. For this class, I want to share with you 5 Bara updates. Number 1, this election where they come for 2027, so e go dey difficult for APC, especially for North. Come and see now. As you can see, let's read what the poster dropped here before we play the video. He said, breaking this afternoon, some angry youths in Dadagoro, Katsina Metropolis confronted Hausa actor Musa Mai Sana at the Welcome to Katsina gate after he arrived and began promoting Bola Tinubu. Okay? The youth warned him to calm down, saying, so you can see, They say make it come down, saying this is not a place to campaign for Bola. Tension quickly rose, with some of them attempting to beat him, but security personnel intervened and got him out safely. Musa reportedly flee the scene, leaving his cap behind. It is painful to see political disagreement get to this level. We can reject a politician or his message at the polling unit without attacking his people. So, Mo go play the video of the rescue. It does sound so. APC stones are chased in Nasarawa State as they try to hold an event. 2027 will be interesting. I say it go there difficult for them.
That's where Collab AI virtual staging comes in. Designed for real estate professionals, this AI
So the same kuna work, no work. Number two, look at Omoye, the main snatcher, the ardent supporter of Buhari. He does it for APC to they convince people. Say what is the plan that ring the election. Watch now.
Right. You see a political party mostly right there. I can see the result that is to rig it. I can rig it. Sure. And I'm not planning hard at to convince people that, oh, the way of the world, and the new law, able to cover the island or in now, or I don't share it now, or I plan it. Then they need to understand one thing. It is only a tree. You will tell, I am coming to cut you down. And the tree will be waiting for you. On your minute, you what I'm saying, watch out. Woman, what to be done? We are wiser now. We are wiser now. So the election now, where people are going to go in the past, it's used to be vote and go. Where can I go? Oh, come on, vote and go home. Or look at that, it is vote and stay.
Bam!
What do you mean? Vote and stay.
And be ready to defend anything.
You will stay back there and watch them count the vote. Any killing you, that's what I got upload already. I think tell you, what we are going to do, we are going to ensure that all our people, all our agents that are not agency, once any of them have network, nobody will leave that place until there's upload. Why do you mean that? We are not cowards. I remember. So we have to do it before they vote and stay. And if you vote and you stay and they count the vote, we are going to win. You know that?
So that is their only strategy because they know say they don't get anything to convince anybody with. Number three, Davido Papa talk say the money where APC spend, saying in billions, you go get from. He said when he heard the amount, they were able to buy vote 50k naira by vote. He said he went to pray, added over everything to God. Watch.
Record me, and play it to him. Let him hear. And let him know the reason why we defeated them. The only reason why we defeated them, Father, no, it's not because we are bigger, but we spend more money than him. On the election, they don't spend any money. They spent 60 billion on behalf. Some places they bought vote for as high as 50,000 naira
for state election.
for one single vote. On the day of the election, when I had the kind of money they were spending, I went back to my little corner in my room and I knelt down and prayed to God. I said, God Almighty, please let people collect their money, but let them still vote for Debola Adeleke.
If you were hurt in a car accident, stop what you're doing. This message is for you.
There is a free AI calculator.
Just one state election, no. Hey, God, I beg. And money that they
And I was just unable to know my routine. So when I need that to pray every day, I have some Bible passages and verses that I read and that I pray with. And this is part of my testimony. The first Bible passage that I read every day when I go on my knees to pray can be found in Isaiah chapter 41, starting from verse 10. And when I finish,
so even with money, APC, I don't get future. Number 4, since when those state governor, Monday, Okpabolo, go challenge or to state governor, they just expose this nyaso. They expose this nyaso. They drag and since. What's now?
First, baby, can you see the flower you do for us? Look at the flower. Bible, thank you for the road. Thank you. Bible, the work on the scene. Our working governor. Dennis, thank you.
That's why they are not doing anything, because they are stacking money. It's not, and it's going to work against them. That money there, will the money work for them? No.
We thank you for this do for us. We thank you. You try for this road. You do better road. You not do better road. Our deputy do this one. The work that they go for you. Our politician. And there's nothing that cost to us. We don't spend the gas road. Not going to do the whole road. Only going to start with the mileage. Man, don't worry, Dennis. Don't worry, you'll cry. After 8 years, I'll be 4 years on, you'll cry. Don't worry. Every time you feel this road, I will plug you. Yes, sir. No road, no going, no coming. God, follow this small bus for one of the so.
They said the road for Benin. Now I saw. They said even to government house.
0 to government house. So 0 to government house. Yes, sir. Then I road to government house. All the motor they slow down. See government house here. Then I road to government house for Benin City, Edo State. Yes, sir. Road to government house.
What an embarrassment.
They say all the motor they slow down. Yeah.
Hey.
They say I road to government house. Thank you.
Were you in a car accident that wasn't your fault? You may qualify for a free case review with a licensed attorney in your state. It takes about 60 seconds to find out, and it costs you nothing. But before you talk to
and correctly, Edo State under him is one of the most indebted states in Nigeria. Remember this man, the owner of Zelco Oil, when they kidnap, they don't release him. Take yesterday, today, he will visit his hometown. Look at the reception.
The moment Martin Emela arrived, his residence has been flooded. With so much joy.
You see, so still when people they cry hunger, some people pack money for house. Politicians, you know who they build. People get such a money for house. No wonder all the Kaluto say, make Tinubu just announce say, if you don't look money, at the money in your house, you are forgiven. He thought say, if you declare money where people go bring come out, especially for that Abuja. He thought say many people pack money for house. So I don't know this one a politician who he build, but what?
The money. Money don't rot. They don't thief, they forget. Yeah. Rotting money.
So what do you think? We'll drop off comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Okay. Let's move forward.
Moses Zenith Bank, this B2B, that B2B, not your election. I'm saying on behalf of youth of the Doma, I'm a car rider. That B2B cannot work with anybody. Either they like it or take it or leave it. They are behind B2B. So making me selfie as he was here, make you not forget us. My name is Bobby from Ashipod for 2. Ashipod, Moses Zenith Bank, this Tito Gate. And that's my case. So all we are saying is that the youth and the people of Otubo need to be Benue State. They are for obesity.
It's rotting money. Oh yeah, they probably expecting it.
No Nigeria.
But it's rotting.
They are Benue State. Doma in particular. We are for obesity. Doing body government and no Nigeria. Yes. Why do you like P2B?
Oh yes, man. People are warming up. That Regan died. It's becoming real.
Obedience for life.
People's faith has been renewed. People have been re-energized after that Osun election. Hey, APC go feel am. This election, APC is losing flat out. They are looking for strategy now. They are looking for a way to win over the young people. Nothing. Anyway, hope we listen. No, it's not what I'm looking for.
No lie. And if today we really turn up for Adeleke, those people, they really bribe us with money. We collect their money and then we vote for Adeleke because seeing is believing. Adeleke really did a lot in Ife and then other part of Osun State. So he deserves what we did for him today. Please, the video fans, get me to thousands followers.
When we listen to Mike again.
Once you cut the source of supply of arrogance, they will be like lily pod. I presided over election in 7 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In a particular state, a politician declared publicly before election, 48 hours to election, that by Saturday, by 12 o'clock, 2 p.m., the result would have won the election. Because historically, they were used to writing election results. But I was clear that under our watch, that the will of the people is what will govern in that election.
Now people can
in that election, that politician will not even make it. How much more for the party was even campaigning for? The professors who were used to write the results, we proceeded against them and got all of them jailed. As we are heading for election, whether in Africa or that part of the country, in Nigeria, as I speak to you, politicians are already going to the university communities to reach out to the professors, to the academics. And of course, they try to use the federal agencies that INEC normally use as collection officers and returning officers. They are already reaching out to them. Final point. No credible election can take place in the African continent when, for instance, in Nigeria, you have an electoral act that says that a ballot paper that does not bear the serial number of INEC shall be taken into account. What election are you expecting to happen? Two, we have in the current 2026 Electoral Act a provision that says that a presiding officer, a ward collection officer, a returning officer that fails to comply with INEC regulation and guideline under Section 133, 38, it shall not be a ground for nullifying election. And furthermore, that such individuals, when those matters are challenged in court, it shall not be necessary. It shall not be necessary to bring them to court. Yet, we are going for 2027 election, violating, ignoring the first alteration initiated by President Goodluck Jonathan under Section 160 of the Constitution of the Fatherland to the effect that an EMB must be independent and EMB must be unfettered to do what is right under Section 160. He was the first to make that alteration. And 48 hours to the 2015 elections, what happened? Section 52 that prohibited the use of INEC procedure. President Goodluck Jonathan signed a new act to remove that. Of course, in Nigeria said they were looking for an iron bender in 2015. So we got an iron bender, as a gentleman to lead. So to me, whether democracy will have a hopeful future on the basis of political parties, which are indeed at the essential organ of democratic practice, and judiciary that should stand tall and mighty, they must copy what happened in England. And that is that the honors of how well election is conducted in Africa continent should be placed on the EMB, and they must adopt inquisitorial method, not adversarial method. That is the only way we can give to ourselves and future generations who faces we are yet to see, whose name we may never know. Give to
that
them
is exactly
thing,
what
which is nothing
people
but the
are
heritage or democratic hope.
They will count them on that day.
Thank you.
They will count them. Anybody that doesn't want the vote, they will count them join. That's what it means. Nari Gangpai is coming to life now. Everything is obvious. I'm gonna listen to my president.
In that polling booth in 2027, if they don't count it, we count to the person.
Oh yeah, now you don't loud. That's it. If you no count, Nari and buy. Write your will before you go polling units. Will not come here complain. See Zamfara youth, they don't hit the streets doing door-to-door mobilization for Peter Obi and NDC. Until say we complain.
Wallahi suna da burin su kawo muku sauyi, suna da burin wai yanzu a yau akwai magana da wallahi marayu da jarawa wanda ke cikin garin Tahe, wanda ke kauyuka an wani wasu da kauyukan su na cikin garin Tahe, wallahi sai kun dubu ɗaya da dubu ɗaya wani abu. Muna sane kuma muna gani, to wallahi muna ba ku shawara iya wannan mata a wurin ruwan zaɓe in an zo a tantaɗa wajen ku, duk yadda da wajen ku. Wallahi ku ɗauko da kanku ‘yanci, ku zaɓi ‘yanci da kanku, kuke da damar da za ku sa a yi, kuke da damar da za ku sa a bari. In kun zaɓa, kun zaɓi na ƙwarai, kun kuka zaɓi. In kun zaɓi waɗanda ku su ci gaba da mulkin mu, suna mana mulkin kama karima. Wallahi tallahi ina muku shawara ko ‘yan mata,
Wa'annan matasan da suka ga ya dace su ba da gudunmawarsu zuwa ga ɗan takarar mu da tafiyar NDC Honorable Mustapha Sa'idu Cigari ɗan wani. Bugu da ƙari dai wanda ke nan ba sai an ga muku yanayin da ake cikin irin abubuwan da suke tafiya cikin wannan jihar. To ku sani ku ke ɗorawa da kyau ku gara ko ku canza. Ina son ku ƙara.
Now here they are doing no playing around. They don't really start door mobilization. Their father 2027 is Obi o'clock. Mona see road o when Okpe blow blow.
Ayi wada gugu, wada si taje. Wada gugu, we don start bonanza. Wale mi wonu kona. Ame aro, ayi no nukona. Ochi hai, wala mi jere be kami zele na nya. Oda zimajana. Ame aro nukona nai. Governor Senator Mojo Pevolo, no look into this project. Because mother I rule me, my bonu kuna luje na damo luko na Geopolitics, okay makiye. So why be governor Senator Mojo It's getting out of hand for like seriously. Ukona vai chuko ye vai chuko federal road na federal road Beno. It's a government property. So Gukona, I'm a ronya and the dana so. I'm a runner.
Kai, see road. All right.
Heavily then. Congrats, because President Tinubu congratulated. It was after everything failed, President Tinubu congratulated now. Let's not stop talking as if this Adeleke, his head is strong. Bulldozer L'Oreal, his head is strong. And the people loved him and they stood with him.
Bam.
But how Nigerians can replicate that over 177,000 polling units? It's going to be hard, though. Also, people can sing go to but they still collected the money.
So, maybe they're not collecting.
They can sing Oju to but a lot of them still collected the money.
Of course.
So that they rejected the money now. There lies the problem.
Their money. Why won't they collect it? Yeah, I disagree with
because you see, voters will only tilt to a candidate with the possibility of winning because they don't want to waste their votes. So as the fact that they are still collecting the money, that's where lies the problem. So it's not yet to rule. So even as we are celebrating the people's emotions are very fickle. When they pump it with lie and propaganda. So all of these things.
Ufai, you're talking from a place of privilege. Especially from a place of privilege.
Apart from all them Davido's father, the Adeleke. The role that man played are not things visible to the public. Some things I would like to tell Governor Adeleke to quickly do. Anyway, who am I to instruct you as governor? Governor Adeleke.
I beg. Collect people when they're hungry. I can't blame them all. I beg until Mona watch this video. This is what we need to replicate. This is not show. No, No, wait, this now Oshun, but that language don't sound like Oshun. Hey, me, I don't think that is Oshun. Somebody put the title there. It's not Oshun. I think it's another place. But that is what they need to do to people on election day.
Oh man.
See, Okpe blah blah, town criers. They don't they drag and make come donate the 2 million when saying go give.
So no more brag, no more break. Even if I they say we are counting. I say, see me, 12 a.m. See the Kopesi Mugu. 12 a.m. 12 a.m. You see Kopesi Mugu. Don't be cocky, so.
Welcome, Tracy. Girl, hey, Esther. Electoral management body. Thank you very much, Esther. I appreciate. I don't even know it in that.
There is the 1 million.
Abia APC don't collapse. No, they're not going to collapse.
Now you want to share. 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 Now you want to get away now.
See us. Share the 1.5 million you say you go share and then they drag you, can't share and only mouth na sabi. Mona listen to this exchange.
The one gbogbo yín ló ti wọ́n mọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ gbogbo yín ló ti wọ́n mọ́ lẹ́nu aláìníró ló wá ń dàpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ lórí TikTok.
Let me bring you my brother to the platform. Man like Jimmy, he's been a while.
Saddam.
Your fans
every day I dey see your ring light. Saddam is live. But walk. Oh my goodness. I should join back pretty soon. I should join back.
I'm going to come back, bro.
Hey.
We need to save our country.
I'm telling you, man. Well, it's evening here in Chicago. Good evening to you, Saddam, from here. Good evening to everyone listening. Those listening quietly, those listening and ready to agree with me, and those people ready to drag me. Yes, ready to drag me. I greet you all. So, Balen Tagbo, Yawunto Gogoro, Omongbo Ta Ile Feju Labule, the Bale is selling weed, the wife is selling alcohol, and the wife, the son.
Now,
You don't you expect trouble not to come into the village.
It's very hot. So
you guys are deceiving yourself.
The wood around my house is squeaky.
You can.
How about now?
We shouted, we spoke, we yelled, and we warned people. Amaroni, they called us all sort of names. Idiots, stupid people, alarmists. These are
same. Or is it the fan? Maybe it's the fan. Hold on, let me turn off the fan and see what happens. How about now? Is it still squeaky? Let me get a response before I know what to do. Is it still squeaky? This is crazy. Mona, let me know. Is it squeaky? Okay, you can't hear it. Okay, all right, let me play it and then we'll see.
Are just propagandists. They are just raising unnecessary
Okay, thank you,
rhetorics to
Kenny.
deceive the people. Otan Abiyotan. We told you. You remember there was a particular time I said the way you guys will suffer in that country. I said people will use what's it called, locust beans to chop bread. They don't use that chop bread. But let me use the bread. You know, see people they use the chop bread. I told people, say, at the point in time, you won't be able to afford meat and fish. Emma, mo pe ẹ̀fọ́ ní ìtàn ẹ̀fọ́. Emma, wọ́n bí palaba ẹ̀fọ́ tẹ̀tẹ̀ yẹn, those thick parts. Ẹ̀fọ́ ìtàn ẹ̀fọ́ lẹ máa jẹ Nigeria. You thought I was joking? Amúnútutù, ibo lẹ ti rá amúnútutù. How many people are even eating again? At first, people were dying of hunger. People were eating grass. Àwọn kan ti sọra wọn di ràkúnmí.
Okay, I'll pause it and let me refresh the stream. Maybe that will change something. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So let's check again.
See, not one get koríko.
Hold on.
I
have to start this video over. Sorry. I have a what's his name? Chidi. Is it Chidi? Sorry. Is it Osita? I have his okay, it's just the video. So maybe it's not from me then, it's from the videos. I have Osita Chidoka's video lined up. Somebody told me about it. I haven't watched it, but we'll watch it together. All right, let's do this.
ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni Tinubu èèyàn mi ni wọ́n ti ṣe tani bàbá rẹ tani bàbá rẹ tani bàbá rẹ
ló wá ń takò ọ̀rọ̀ sọ lórí TikTok.
ọmọ àlè ní ẹja rẹ.
Let me bring my brother to the platform. Man like Jimmy, it's been a while.
Saddam.
Your fans
every day I dey see your ring light. Saddam is live. But walk. Oh my goodness. I should join back pretty soon. You come back, bro. Hey! You need to see our country. I'm telling you, man. Well, it's evening here in Chicago. Good evening to you, Saddam, from here. Good evening to everyone listening. Those listening quietly, those listening and ready to agree with me, and those people ready to drag me. Yes, ready to drag me. I greet you all. So, Balen Tagbo, Yawunto Gogoro, Omongbo Ta Ilefeju Labule. The Bale is selling weed, the wife is selling alcohol, and the wife, the son, na Agberu. And you expect trouble not to come in the village. Enter You guys are deceiving yourselves. See, Saddam, we shouted, we spoke, we yelled, and we warned people.
Hey.
Akekeke, anyanyanya, Amaroni, they called us all sort of names. Idiots, stupid people, alarmists. These are just propagandists. They are just raising unnecessary rhetorics to deceive the people. We told you. You remember there was a particular time I said the way you guys will suffer in that country. I said people will use what do they call it? Locust beans to chop bread. They don't use that chop bread. But let my firu get bread. Oh, you know some people they use firu they chop bread. I told people say at a point in time you won't be able to afford meat and fish. Emma mo pe ẹ̀fọ́ ní ìtàn ẹ̀fọ́. Emma wọ́n bí palaba ẹ̀fọ́ tẹ̀tẹ̀ yẹn those thick parts ẹ̀fọ́ ìtàn ẹ̀fọ́ lẹ máa jẹ Nigeria. You thought I was joking? Amúnútutù ibo lẹ ti ra amúnútutù. How many people are even eating again? At first people were dying of hunger. People were eating grass. Àwọn kan ti sọra wọn di ràkúnmí. See not wọ́n jẹ koríko. Tí rí nǹkan kan. You guys are just starting. Bàbá sì mẹ́yẹ́ bọ̀ lápò ní ẹ̀ tí mo rọ ẹyẹ tó yọ o. Àdán ni ó yọ. The man has not even shown you anything. You see the first 4 years. Flash lásán ni pé ẹgbà ẹtọwù raskelebe. That is what he's doing for you.
Oh my God.
I know the man very well. I used to be APC now before I changed lane. My family, we are APC core. Right now, I'm out of all the Yoruba people supporting PU, I'm the number 1 Omoye of Yoruba. Kosentomba bidu. Emi lolori àwọn Omale Yoruba. Crown ni. It's a crown and I'm proud of it. I'm the number 1 bastard of Yorubas following P2B. Oh yeah. You see, this Tinubu olori buruku ni. I can say it with all my mouth. And you see all the useless Yoruba following him. Let me tell you guys something. In case some of you think you are more Yoruba than me, I'm proper Yoruba. Omo Ibadan ni me, and as a Yoruba person, you would have a house and a is it village or farm? Oko àti ilé. Oko àti ilé. Where is Tinubu from? Ibo ló ti ṣẹ̀ wá. Omo Ibadan lèmi o. Oko wa àkànrán ni o. Ilé wa kò sódò ni. Omo Ibadan. Ìlú Òjó, ìlú Àjàyí, ìlú Ìbíkúnlé, ìlú Ògúnmọ́lá olódò kan kẹrẹ lójú ogun ọwọ́ kẹbẹrẹ bí ìjà. Àgbàlá Ìbíkúnlé ó tó kòkò sáré, àgbàlá Ìbíkúnlé ojú kó bá bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi lọ. I said that to let you guys know I'm a proper Yoruba man. No, forget the English. Ẹ jẹ́ àdálẹ́ àtúnṣà, ọmọ ọgbọ́n Tinubu, where is he from? Yoruba ló kàn. Must we use the worst of us to represent the best of us?
Bam.
Ó ṣe jẹ́ lórí ibú àárín wa lẹ́wà yọ. Ọmọ ẹni ò lè ṣe di bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká kó lẹ̀kẹ̀ di bàbá tó ń wọ dáìpà. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ àwọn àtọ̀lé. You are putting ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ sí di ṣé tiẹ̀ nílé oṣó ní kébè mọ́ ni bàbá tí díẹ̀ ti wọ́. Ẹ wá kórí burúkú ẹ sọ di chinchin gbogbo yín wá ń wọ̀n sẹ́nu. You have Fẹ́mi Adésínà, you didn't put him there. You have Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò, you didn't put it there. Olórí àwọn wèrè lọ́wọ́ á lọ gbé síbẹ̀. Ẹ lọ́mọ yín òun lòun ló kàn. Kò wá kàn yín báyìí. Orí ibú ti kàn yín, ìyá ti kàn yín, ebi ni ó pa mí inú yín kú. You guys don't know what is going on. Ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. You guys just started. This man is a proper criminal. I went to Chicago courthouse to go and collect his file. Saddam can testify.
I want to talk about. I said I won't make him finish. Make I talk about.
I went to Chicago to go and collect the file. Document here by Gadagba. One stamp where? How much did I pay? $35.
Lie.
$35. One began by Gadagba. They redacted a lot of the stuff in the. I went to the court. Èmi ti gba kámú náà. Èmi ò lè wọ Nàìjíríà. Bá wọ Nàìjíríà bá wọn apá mi dànù ni. Èmi ti gba kámú. But I can't come to Nigeria. Mi ò ń kọjá àyè mi.
You for that table.
But as long as I'm alive, this man I will do whatever it is I can to making sure that I push against him, because how disastrous he has brought Nigeria to its knee. The man is cancerous. We said it, we yelled about it. Anything this man touches, it ruins.
Anyways, campaign. Now, one, we have a few more hours to go. A few more hours to go for election.
It's a Pyrrhic victory. All the lives they were lost, we don't deserve to lose lives because people want to exchange ideas.
Exactly. 29
So,
people.
for the Nigerian people, the battle has just started. You see, the federal might will be doubled in 2027. Because federal might, we have to go and learn and perfect what to do going further. So maybe federal might introduction in the election will now start earlier. Maybe federal might will involve more money coming out earlier. So Nigerians, if you think you are going to rate 2027 with Osun, you are deceiving yourself. Except Nigerians come out en masse. If there are 90 million voters, if 50 to 55 to 60 million voters can come out, 2027 election will be too big to rig.
That's true.
But if you think it's the less than 30 million people that voted in the last election that will come out again, the election will go Agus Alabao, Tefini Laba. I'll tell you the truth today. So please, Nigerians, do not celebrate victory too much. Go back and start mobilizing. People must come out.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Rufi Bimbai. Thank you very much. Now, Rufi, your thoughts about Governor Adeleke, you're almost setting an agenda for him. He'll be here on the morning show tomorrow, 9 a.m. It would be a great opportunity to hear what his for the Osun State people are and his efforts.
The team of 100 people that are concerning the coalition, they tried to do it with AGC, but then the agenda was for one man, Atiku, that is a perpetual loser and is a spoiler. And this time around, they are trying to come from the back door again and saying they want to unseat Tinubu, but they want to come together and unite so that who will be the presidential candidate. Nigerians want change. Atiku is an old man and is part of the old order. Have you not been hearing what the one who was the president when he was vice, what has Obasanjo been saying concerning Atiku? Listen to him, read his book. Atiku is more corrupt than even Tinubu. So don't try it. So this coalition they are trying to do, if the plan is a secretive plan to make sure they sideline Peter Obi, because Peter Obi left them and they were lamenting. And then if Peter Obi says he doesn't want to continue, if they will not allow him to be the presidential candidate, everybody will go up in arms. They will send them Kenneth Okonkwo, they will send them Gino Melaye, they will even get people like Boala, people like Reno Omokri to go from one television to the other and say, what did we tell you? Peter Obi is selfish. All he wants is for himself. See, now, even the coalition, he doesn't want to be part of them. Let me tell you, Peter Obi, don't listen to anyone. Nigerians are just waiting for the election. They want change. They are tired of this corrupt government. Peter Obi is the only one that we know now that has credibility, is transparent, is a person that cares about the people. He is a shrewd person. He will not steal, and he will not let people steal. And that's why they don't like him. So Nigerians just want change. They're just waiting for 2027 election, and they are going to show to Tinubu, to APC, and all the evil people that have destroyed this nation. They're going to show that the time for change has come, and now is that time. Atiku wanted to use the ADC coalition to gather all the people, but behind his mind, his intention, what he wanted to do was woo Peter Obi and his supporters. And then now they will go for a consensus candidate and it will come out to be Atiku. Then Peter Obi will have no place to go. That time the due date for his going to another party would have passed. Peter Obi and Kwankwaso made the right move and made it right on time when they left ADC because they saw the sinister plan. Just the same way that Peter Obi left PDP in 2019 when he saw what Atiku was doing, because Atiku would gather the people, but use money and buy delegates, and then the delegates will just keep rubber stamping, and he keeps losing every time, but he wastes people's votes, time is wasted, and Atiku is always playing against the accepted rules. It is time for the South. In 2023, it was time for the South. Atiku came and stood. He did the same thing in 2019, 2023. Now again, 2026, running into 2027, Atiku is insisting. Many people have called on him to step down. What is this elderly man looking for? Which power is he looking for? Just as Obasanjo said, he said it would be a big mistake to have somebody like Atiku. President Obasanjo was asked, why is he supporting Peter Obi? Does he have something personal? And he said, no, he's doing it because of his love for Nigeria. That elderly man does not want to go to his grave until he sees a new Nigeria. When I met with President Obasanjo, I was asking him, what's the way forward? And he said, I shouldn't worry. He said, Dr. Haruna, don't worry. We will have a new Nigeria in our lifetime. And he's so passionate about seeing that change. Remember, this is somebody who was a military ruler, and he was the one that handed power to the civilians. Then he came back again. And Nigeria prospered during his regime. And this person is telling us, let's be careful of Atiku. Atiku will destroy Nigeria.
You know what, guys? I can still hear the cracking and the crickling and whatever. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut down completely, but stay on and I'll come back. So I'm going to shut down and restart because there's something really wrong. I had to go and check on another device. And Tracy is right. So let me do that. Okay, I'll be back, guys. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Let's try it again. Thank you for your patience, guys. I do apologize. We got to take this video from the beginning again. Sorry about that.
The team of 100 people that are meeting concerning the coalition. They tried to do it with ADC, but then the agenda was for one man, Atiku, that is a perpetual loser and is a spoiler. And this time around, they are trying to come back door again and saying they want to unseat Tinubu, but they want to come together and unite. So that who will be the presidential candidate? Nigerians want change. Atiku is an old man and is part of the old order. Have you not been hearing what the one who was the president when he was vice? What has Obasanjo been saying concerning Atiku?
Okay.
Listen to him. Read his book. Atiku is more corrupt than even Tinubu. So don't try it. So this coalition they are trying to do, if the plan is a secretive plan to make sure they sideline Peter Obi, because Peter Obi left them and they were lamenting. And then if Peter Obi says he doesn't want to continue, if they will not allow him to be the presidential candidate, everybody will go up in arms. They will send them Kenneth Okonkwo, they will send them Dino Melaye, they will even get people like Boala, people like Reno Omokri to go from one television to the other and say, what did we tell you? Peter Obi is selfish. All he wants is for himself. See, now, even the coalition, he doesn't want to be part of them. Let me tell you, Peter Obi, don't listen to anyone. Nigerians are just waiting for the election. They want change. They are tired of this corrupt government. Peter Obi is the only one that we know now that has credibility, is transparent, is a person that cares about the people. He is a shrewd person. He will not steal, and he will not let people steal. And that's why they don't like him. So Nigerians just want change. They're just waiting for 2027 election, and they are going to show to Tinubu, to APC, and all the evil people that have destroyed this nation. They're going to show that the time for change has come, and now is that time. Atiku wanted to use the ADC coalition to gather all the people, but behind his mind, his intention, what he wanted to do was woo Peter Obi and his supporters. And then now they will go for a consensus candidate, and it will come out to be Atiku. Then Peter Obi will have no place to go. That time, the due date for his going to another party would have passed. Peter Obi and Kwankwaso made the right move and made it right on time when they left ADC because they saw the sinister plan. Just the same way that Peter Obi left PDP in 2019 when he saw what Atiku was doing. Because Atiku will gather the people, but use money and buy delegates. And then the delegates will just keep rubber stamping. And he keeps losing every time. But he wastes people's votes, time is wasted, and Atiku is always playing against the accepted rules. It is time for the South. In 2023, it was time for the South. Atiku came and stood. He did the same thing in 2019, 2023. Now again, 2026, running into 2027, Atiku is insisting. Many people have called on him to step down. What is this elderly man looking for? Which power is he looking for? Just as Obasanjo said, he said it would be a big mistake to have somebody like Atiku. President Obasanjo was asked, why is he supporting Peter Obi? Does he have something personal? And he said, no, he's doing it because of his love for Nigeria. That elderly man does not want to go to his grave until he sees a new Nigeria. When I met with President Obasanjo, I was asking him, what's the way forward? And he said, I shouldn't worry. He said, Dr. Haruna, don't worry. We will have a new Nigeria in our lifetime. And he's so passionate about seeing that change. Remember, this is somebody who was a military ruler, and he was the one that handed power to the civilians. Then he came back again. And Nigeria prospered during his regime. And this person is telling us, let's be careful of Atiku. Atiku will destroy Nigeria. And now he wants to use the coalition now. They are gathering about 100 people, the technocrats and politicians and advisors or whoever they are, and they now want to come and gather together. But what is the agenda? That's what some of us are asking. But I can tell you for free that it's still an Atiku agenda. Why can't Atiku step down? Many people have called upon him. I have personally spoken. I have made many broadcasts. I have written songs pleading with him to be an elderly, respected statesman and step down. But no, they are coming again with another secret plan, and they want to do coalition. But I believe Peter Obi is very smart. Kwankwaso is very, very smart. They are not going to use the OK ticket to come and sneak in Atiku and insist that Obi should please be a team player and allow Atiku to go. Atiku will do one time. Then later on, maybe Peter Obi will come. But it's all a secretive plan to fulfill the selfish agenda of Atiku. But Nigerians are smarter than that. The Obedience are smarter than that. The Kwankwasias are very smart. They are not going to watch this thing happen. Mr. Peter Obi, again, from what I'm seeing, from
Okay. Maybe I should let me bring his video. Let me bring the full video here, actually. When did he even do this video? Dr. Aruna Goro. He used song to talk to Atiku. Atiku no one here. I've never seen. Hey, jolly. Okay. Gonna so then why you streak? You not go walk, walk, he said. I hear we mount our guard. Go nowhere. Peter Obi or nothing. Shoo. Beg.
Planning the coalition. They tried to do it with ADC, but then the agenda was for one man, Atiku, that is a perpetual loser and is a spoiler. And this time around, they are trying to come from the back door again and saying they want to unseat Tinubu, but they want to come together and unite so that who will be the presidential candidate. Nigerians want change. Atiku is an old man and is part of the old order. Have you not been hearing what the one who was the president when he was vice? What has Obasanjo been saying concerning Atiku? Listen to him, read his book. Atiku is more corrupt than even Tinubu. So don't try it. So this coalition they are trying to do, if the plan is a secretive plan to make sure they sideline Peter Obi, because Peter Obi left them and they were lamenting. And then if Peter Obi says he doesn't want to continue, if they will not allow him to be the presidential candidate, everybody will go up in arms. They will send them Kenneth Okonkwo, they will send them Dino Melaye, they will even get people like Boala, people like Reno Omokri to go from one television to the other and say, what did we tell you? Peter Obi is selfish. All he wants is for himself. See, now, even the coalition, he doesn't want to be part of them. Let me tell you, Peter Obi, don't listen to anyone. Nigerians are just waiting for the election.
They want change. They are tired of this corrupt government. Peter Obi is the only one that we know now that has credibility, is transparent, is a person that cares about the people. He is a shrewd person. He will not steal, and he will not let people steal. And that's why they don't like him. So Nigerians just want change. They're just waiting for 2027 election, and they are going to show to Tinubu, to APC, and all the evil people that have destroyed this nation. They're going to show that the time for change has come, and now is that time. Atiku wanted to use the ADC coalition to gather all the people, but behind his mind, his intention, what he wanted to do was woo Peter Obi and his supporters. And then now they will go for a consensus candidate, and it will come out to be Atiku. Then Peter Obi will have no place to go. That time, the due date for his going to another party would have passed. Peter Obi and Kwankwaso made the right move and made it right on time when they left ADC because they saw the sinister plan. Just the same way that Peter Obi left PDP in 2019 when he saw what Atiku was doing. Because Atiku will gather the people, but use money and buy delegates. And then the delegates will just keep rubber stamping. And he keeps losing every time, but he wastes people's votes. Time is wasted. And Atiku is always playing against the accepted rules. It is time for the South. In 2023, it was time for the South. Atiku came and stood. He did the same thing in 2019, 2023. Now again, 2026, running into 2027, Atiku is insisting. Many people have called on him to step down. What is this elderly man looking for? Which power is he looking for? Just as Obasanjo said, he said it would be a big mistake to have somebody like Atiku. President Obasanjo was asked, why is he supporting Peter Obi? Does he have something personal? And he said, no, he's doing it because of his love for Nigeria. That elderly man does not want to go to his grave until he sees a new Nigeria. When I met with President Obasanjo, I was asking him, what's the way forward? And he said, I shouldn't worry. He said, Dr. Haruna, don't worry. We will have a new Nigeria in our lifetime. And he's so passionate about seeing that change. Remember, this is somebody who was a military ruler, and he was the one that handed power to the civilians. Then he came back again. And Nigeria prospered during his regime. And this person is telling us, just be careful of Atiku. Atiku will destroy Nigeria. And now he wants to use the coalition now. They are gathering about 100 people, is it technocrats and politicians and advisors or whosoever they are, and they now want to come and gather together. But what is the agenda? That's what some of us are asking. But I can tell you for free that it's still an Atiku agenda. Why can't Atiku step down? Many people have called upon him. I have personally spoken. I have made many broadcasts. I have written songs pleading with him to be an elderly, respected statesman and step down. But no, they are coming again with another secret plan, and they want to do coalition. But I believe Peter Obi is very smart. Kwankwaso is very, very smart. They are not going to use the OK ticket to come and sneak in Atiku and insist that Obi should please be a team player and allow Atiku to go. Atiku will do one term. Then later on, maybe Peter Obi will come. But it's all a secretive plan to fulfill the selfish agenda of Atiku. But Nigerians are smarter than that. The Obedience are smarter than that. The Kwankwasias are very smart. They are not going to watch this thing happen. Mr. Peter Obi, again, from what I'm seeing, from all indications, they may be planning to again try and bring you back so they can use the power of the support that you have, that Nigerians are behind you, so they want to leverage on that so that they can again come and do a coalition and make Atiku the one. But should it be different? If they will all agree to now allow Peter Obi and Kwankwaso as presidential candidate for NDC, I can assure you this election is already a walkover. Time has come that Nigerians must demand for change. Yep. Obedience, speak out. Nigerians, speak out. Do you want an Atiku or Peter Obi? Put it in the comment section. Let me hear what you want to say. Am I the one that's kind of just in my own world? If you also feel like I feel that there is something fishy somewhere, I want you to put it in the comment section. I'm very, very sorry that many of my broadcasts, I don't get to respond to all the comments, but I really appreciate all of you and all your comments. Thank you very, very much. It's just because I have so many other commitments and I still have to squeeze in all these broadcasts and sometimes creating this music just to respond or to address the issues we are going through as a nation. But I really want to appreciate you all. Please don't get tired of commenting and letting your views be known as you interact with other people in the comment section. I highly appreciate it. I still believe a new Nigeria is possible. With Peter Obi, I can tell you, you will remember that I told you that Nigeria of our dream will be realized during Peter Obi's time. I speak as a northerner. We are tired of suffering and we want to see change. And I don't want Atiku, our northerner, to destroy this. He's been doing it for years and has not succeeded, not this time around. Atiku, please do the noble thing. Do the most respectable thing as an elderly person. Step down for Peter Obi. Think about Nigeria. Don't think about yourself. I'm not being paid to do what I'm doing. I just love Nigeria and I'm sick and tired of seeing the evil and the wickedness that is going on in this nation. The time I was in university, growing up, things were not like this. Things were 10 times, if not 100 times better. And I've just been praying, when are we going to have the Nigeria that we experience and even a better Nigeria? And I believe it's possible, but you have a part to play. Stand up and speak up and let your voice be heard. We need to see the Nigeria of our dream. I want to say thank you for watching. Please help me share it with as many people as you can.
Okay.
You're invited to join Phoenix Energy's next webinar, where you can drill deeper into our bond offerings. We currently offer 2 investment.
Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Let's now look at the figures, the implications of this election for the 2027 election. I'm being joined by the Chancellor of the Athena Center, Mr. Osita Chidoka, who is equally a former aviation minister. Thanks so much, Mr. Chidoka, for your time tonight.
Thank you very much.
Last election, before the 2027 election, and Osun has always been a litmus test.
Yes.
2023 election, 2015 election, 2019 election, 2027 election, it will be another test, not only for INEC, but the entire political and electoral architecture of our country. What do you make of that conduct of Saturday?
Well, in Nigeria, bad news is always what we expect out of everything. And we always look forward to what is wrong with Nigeria. I am an eternal optimist. I critique to make for changes. So last Saturday was another example of the progress we've made in the electoral technology and conduct of our elections. And particularly at the Athena Center, we were very excited because a few things happened that happened correctly. Number one is that the competition in Osun State was intense. It was so intense that the president has to move back when EFCC interfered in the election in Osun. EFCC's intervention, gave wrong signals about how the election was going to go. But luckily, the president pulled back from that. And that created what I will call the atmosphere for the election. It created an atmosphere for the election. So there was deep competition. Second one was the technology. The technology in Osun was very, I would say that INEC performed very well in their use of the technology because the INEC technology made it possible for everybody in the country to see what was happening in real time in the election. And so the competition was intense, the technology worked, and then the people behaved well. Because despite technology working well in some places, we've seen INEC officials and electoral officers behave badly So, but in this particular case of Osun, the competition was very intense. So we drew 3 lessons from it, and I will come to that later. But what is important about Saturday was that technology was working, the people in the field were working, and the more important one, which is the one I think every Nigerian should be happy about, is that AI played a critical role in this election. All of us who monitor IREV, who used to spend hours trying to get people, we used to have 300 people downloading from IREV and then entering manually. AI made it possible for us to aggregate the results in minutes. As INEC was going, you could see Yaga's ERAD was working, you could see DataFight was releasing the number, NICEA, one other group, I was watching everybody. Athena's numbers were coming in. So the ability to create what I call darkness over the election was removed.
Okay.
Such that before they went for, I issued a statement saying, no form E40G has been filed in this election. For 3,300 and something polling units were already up by INEC. So there are less than 71 polling units. So we don't expect to see anything different from the collation centers. So there was visibility across the country. Everybody had seen the result before we could even go for collation.
So this election, one would say, is an election one can describe as largely peaceful, largely credible. Is that right?
Totally. And not only largely credible, it was that INEC took 2 decisions, and I'm praying they will take the 3rd one that worked well in Osun. They started it in Ekiti. So they made it possible for the beavers to not only capture from EC8A, but to also enter the results into the e-collation platform on the EC8A. So INEC itself did a wonderful job of making their staff to fill the form and enter the numbers into the beavers. Entering the numbers into the beavers puts already a major safeguard. The numbers you enter cannot be more than the accredited voters. So this was particularly helpful in making sure that there is visibility of the result as we progress down the line.
However, they are concerned because the transparency in the process was also a pressure on the possibility of manipulating the process. When everybody saw, as early as 7 a.m., Young Africa's ERAD, in conjunction with China's television, was almost telling us what the patterns of the election, who was in the lead, who was winning what, the figures were already coming in. It didn't make sense for anybody to go behind and say he or she wants to rig the election because it could cause chaos. However, the strength of that process is also its vulnerability equally, which is the IREV. See what happened. 87.48%
at 48 p.m.
was uploaded.
Yes.
And that
48.
It paused.
Yes, at
for almost 2 hours.
Yes.
Now, it wasn't up to almost midnight before we start seeing
11:35
the progress that it was coming. And Nigerians started putting pressure. And there are those who think that what happened? Do we need an explanation from INEC to tell us?
Correct.
That lag, that 2 hours.
We shouldn't fall for any
Did someone go to the bathroom? Did the network go down? Did the server go down? What exactly went wrong?
INEC needs to explain it. And what was interesting is that we at Athena Center, what we did immediately was to pull the 471 polling units, calculate the number of votes in those 471 units remaining. And we saw that it was not useful.
It was insignificant.
Yeah, it was insignificant.
Do you think factory-built housing means compromising on space? Think again.
So we looked at the full registered voters in the 471. We looked at the numbers, and we knew that it was a waste of time. And we applied also the voter turnout of 40 thereabout percent, and said, even if 60% turns out in this 471, it's not going to change the result. So what I'm saying is that technology is now our friend. Competition is our friend. And the high number of turnouts made something very difficult in Osun. And you know what that is? It made vote buying difficult. at
That's right.
over 1 million
High
voters.
turnout.
They were buying 10,000,
Everybody must
20,000
collate and
votes.
be posting.
So
Yes.
there was not enough money to buy the voters in every polling unit because it's just not operationally feasible to buy votes at a certain scale. So Nigerians must move away from sitting down and critiquing the system to going out to vote. And the Osun people taught us a new lesson. In some polling units, when they saw that the person there was answering phone call too much, they said, "We will follow you to the collation center." They followed him to the collation center.
Yes.
So they
and not only that, you know what they did at about 11 p.m. midnight? Guess what happened? They trooped, some of them trooped to INEC headquarters.
Yes.
Fearlessly.
Yes.
They confronted the guns and the security. And at those, I mean, I'm not one of those who will say chaos or disorderliness should be the order of the day. But they said they want to keep vigil. They said they want to see what is happening. Yes. So they mounted some kind of vigil outside of INEC office. And if they were screaming and yelling at INEC office, if you were rigging upstairs, you will know that your life is in danger. Because like they say, dear you rig election in Kano, you will lose your life.
You won't come out of it.
Exactly.
We need that in the whole
That's
country.
how we need that in
And
the
you see, the
Yeah.
good news is this.
Because
The good
you
news
get
is
to lose
this.
your life.
And that is the very good news. The politicians who still talk about writing results and going to INEC and falsifying results are like those Africans who were kidnapping our fellow black men for slaves. You know, they had kidnapped a number and taken them to Bonny. I want you to listen to this carefully. They have taken them to Bonny Port and to Port Harcourt to sell. They didn't know that slave trade had been abolished and that ships were patrolling the high sea, stopping slave ships from coming to Africa. So they kept the slaves. They were feeding them, no ship came. They kept feeding them, no ships came. After a few days, after a few weeks, they had to release the slaves because no ships came. Reason, they didn't know the world had moved on from slave trade. Now, the people that were loitering around Osun promising that they would change the results were like those slave traders. They were sitting and waiting. They didn't know the world had moved.
Yes.
Yaga was already collecting the results. Athena Center was already collecting the results. Data Fight was already collecting the results. So we knew the numbers from every ward and every polling unit. And guess what? We're going to do it in the 2027 election. So long as INEC, there is only way to rig the election in 2027 is not to conduct it. If you conduct it to this process, by 7, we at Athena Center will be giving you results state by state. How many have been uploaded and what the scores are. We will tell you that. Even if they said no technology will work that day, we will use manual system. We will put over 5,000 people on the 8,000 wards in Nigeria and be downloading it. Because you see, Nigeria just needs to make a move. We need to get out from here. We need to stop this. Election rigging is old. It's not something any leader does. Don't they feel ashamed when they meet other world leaders and you come with a tainted mandate? No, that has gone. So what we need to do now is to say that this leader is the person Nigerians want. Yes, don't quarrel with our choice. Even if you don't like him internationally, that's their business.
Yes.
This is our choice, who we want. So if we want to elect President Tinubu, please leave that to us. That's our choice. But to now come around and say that election results will be altered, will be done, will be changed, the president will win because he will write. Oh, no. That's old news. And I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has caught the spirit. When he intervened against EFCC and when the results went as planned in April, I knew that he has understood the game. That this game is not a game of, those people promising writing results. It is a game of those people who will go out to the people and convince them about what the government of the day has done, whether at the state level, at the local government level. And when we finish with the federal government, we will then come to the state government, state independent electoral commissions, to make sure that the people we elect are the people we want. Leave us to the consequences. When we elect and the person doesn't do what we want, we'll stay with the consequences.
Billboard lawyers and hedge funds are driving up housing costs. When wildfires destroy homes,
I beg. All this gassing, one na dey gas the man. More na dey talk wetin dey on mind. This is the moment of truth. No more hiding behind the scenes. I beg. We have a country to save. This one of this one, that one, they made the man they feel like saying be this thing King Kong. When not be King Kong. Meanwhile, it's just a rat in a sewer. Big.
Some of the leaders who are debating locally in Osun State who said to me, they said, look, Sean, in the 60s, you have heard about the WWW. The WWW existed before internet. Yes. It was in Nigeria, the Wild West. And it was around the many communities in Osun State were in the center of that uprising, of that revolution. Correct. Now, the idea is that there are those who are saying that Wild West is not only in South, the spirit was not only resident in Southwest Nigeria, it could be resident in any part of the country where votes can be subverted, and that might be resonated or that might be resurrected in 2027. And I saw what happened. You could see how people mounted barricade in the polling unit where we covered and monitored, and we mounted our live equipment. We discovered that to gain entrance with vehicle, there was a resistance. They say, look, who are you? Who is in that car? Open your boot. These are citizen, not security operatives. Yes. Who mounted barricade around, and you could see that they didn't go home. Some of them cooked and brought it to the polling unit. Yes. They put them there. They put chairs there. Rented plastic chairs. So say, we are going to mount vigil until this result. And we saw them. You could see them. Oh, the young, the feeble, the strong, all of them were there. And this calls for something. And I'm going to plead with every Nigerian who has a voice, who has a platform to say, let's plead with the Nigerian people. Everyone who has a voter card, to test the process. Yes. It's like a technology that you have not used before. This voting, it looks like the vote we count, isn't it? Yes. Let's test it. Let everybody come out, isn't it?
Now, what you should notice about Osun is not only the fact of what happened on election day. Prior to the election day, there was a massive registration of voters. It grew by 19% over last election, from 1.9 million to 2.3 million. So it looks like there are an engaged population in Osun. It didn't stop there. If you look at the number of votes cast from 827 or thereabout thousand in 2022, today they was about 1 million, 1,005,000 plus votes, valid votes cast. So if you look at that growth, and if you look at the turnout, if you compare that turnout to the 2.3 million, Osun is almost at 40%. Thereabout turnout. So you will see that there is an engaged population. An engaged population makes it difficult to rig an election. So Athena, we have Electoral Observatory, we put out a preliminary statement. We say it is a combination of technology, deep competition that has made this possible. So there is need for people to stop sitting at home and telling us what is wrong with the election. And there is also important need for those people who do not believe in democracy in Nigeria, and there are quite a number of them in public office, who believe that subverting the will of the people is a sign of being a good politician. No, everywhere in the world, the sign of being a good politician is convincing the people why you should lead them. Not that the fact that you know how to rig elections.
Bam.
And they will, like I said, they will be like those slave traders of old. They won't know that the ship has sailed. Yes.
So do you see surprises happen beyond the figures, beyond the numbers, in terms of how citizens choose their representatives? See what happened in the 10th National Assembly. It was a lot of surprises. A lot of people didn't return. And you see, it was a rainbow color in the National Assembly. And there are those who will say, even some governors will be surprised. They won't return. Some National Assembly will be surprised. They will be shocked. Do you envisage that there will be shockers?
This AI can forecast U.S. stock prices to the penny. This is where it says NVIDIA stock will close to.
Well, I don't know that there will be shockers. If there are people that, of course, will not win to go back, and there are people like the last election, 2 or 3 governors couldn't make it to the Senate. But I think that we will be looking at the mood of the country as we head towards the election in November, December. Because politics is an interesting game, and it is both It is both tribal as it is rational. People vote with their emotions. So we will, for certain, let me put it this way. If the governor of Osun was confronting another popular candidate from a third party that was not the national ruling party, maybe the election would have been different for him.
Yes.
But the people in Osun has made up their mind that this is now people trying to do this guy in. So his tenure was not even, there was no referendum on him. It was more or less that he has done well by our standards and we want our governor to continue.
Exactly.
So I see a problem. I see that in 2027, people are most likely going to vote by what I consider what the variables are for them. So in some states, people are going to be voting for zoning to ensure that it remains in the zone, because after this zone, it will be our next zone.
Mm-hmm.
In some parts of the country, religion is going to determine how people will vote. In other parts of the country, in the urban centers of the country, the issues affecting the middle class will be an issue to vote. In the rural part of the country, the issues affecting the rural people will be an issue. Mm-hmm. In all of this, I'm saying that our worry should not be surprises. Our most important thing is let the will of Nigerians be reflected. And when it is reflected, I believe everybody will accept it in good faith, when you know that nobody had an upper hand in the election. The idea that the courts will be determining who rules us is something we should get away from. Exactly. Nowhere in the world is that happening anymore. Recent elections around the world, there were no legal challenges.
Finally, yes. Mr. Chidoka, if there is anything that INEC did well, and your hope for 2027, what would that be?
Enter the results on the BVAS as you take a snapshot of the results.
Exactly.
Enter it in the e-collation. And then post the EC8B on the web, like you're doing with EC8A.
Wow.
Once they finish collation in any center, upload the result from the EC8B. Because that's the only part where decisions can be taken to enter a result.
But we don't see the EC8A digital.
The EC8B. Yeah. Yes, we don't see it.
Yeah, we don't see it. They only have access to it.
No, they after the collation there is done and is recorded, it takes time. They record every polling unit into the EC8B. We are saying snap it with the BVAS, create a BVAS for word collation. Or use one of the BVAS, snap it and upload it. And share with us what made it to the EC8B. Because the reason why people talk about collation centers as rigging area is because there is no visibility on what happens in the collation centers. But once you see what happens in the collation centers in real time, then nobody will worry about going to court.
And I've said it before that the biggest places at the point to rig election are the RAs and at the local government collation areas.
At the ward collation. The local government is almost like just entry.
Yeah.
But it's in the ward collation that decisions are taken.
Yeah, people, when you enter the result that have come from the different wards, at the local government, people alter the result on the...
No.
And so let me tell you what I mean.
Yes.
So you see 120, they put 0. In the total result, they put, they easily enter figures other than
yes, that's what happens at the ward collation center, because it is there that a call is made. It is there that a collation officer can say, this result is higher than accredited voters. I will not accept it. Yeah. So he can cancel a result. He can alter a result at the point of EC8B. Yeah. So my view is that if INEC makes that available publicly, then the way we have collected the results from EC8A, we will collect EC8B and we'll see what made it to the final result.
Absolutely.
And by the time they go to local government and state, it will just be to enter the results and collect. And of course, if we start doing it electronically, we may even do away with local government and, over time.
Thank you so much.
I think this is progress, and Nigerians should take this as part of what we have struggled for in our democracy and push it forward to 2027.
I must sincerely thank you. Mr. Osita Chidoka, former Minister of Aviation and the Chancellor of the Athena Center. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight.
All right, let's move forward to Make una listen. The North, the para.
The 2027 elections fast approaching, and we have to be very, very intentional in choosing who we want to be the next president of this country. Most importantly, as youths, we're supposed to go for an individual who is young. In psychology, there are three types of old. We have the young old, the old, and the dying old. Nigerians usually go for the dying old, individuals that their mental capacity cannot, absorb the pressure. That is why you're having a president telling you he's depressed, or having a president telling you he doesn't know what to do about, some certain type of security situations in the country. So let's prioritize going for an individual that is much more younger and has the capacity and capability to do what is needed to take our country forward. Nigeria is naturally endowed with a lot, and we just need an individual that is going to utilize our resources. So, make we no worry. See, we have to be intentional in voting the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yeah, religion aside, tribe aside, ethnicity aside, let's just vote a human being that we know is competent and has the character to move our nation forward. Peace and blessings.
Davido went to Bola Ahmed Tinubu with his friends just to show loyalty. Look at this picture. This is Davido's uncle, Ademola Adeleke, and Davido's father. They went to see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu just to pay loyalty, just to show we are with you. Davido's uncle, the governor, he had come out earlier before now, even before the election. He said, we are endorsing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the election. We saw that there was a time that he wanted to enter APC. I don't know where they had a mix-up. Maybe somebody that was already, mounting pressure to contest for governorship under APC does not want him to decamp because he knows if he decamps, he would want to run for a second term. So they saw it, the whole system. And what did he do? He entered Accord Party. He now contested in Accord Party. After Governor Ademola Adeleke was declared the winner of the governorship election that happened in Osun State, a lot of persons came out and they say, oh, this is a victory for democracy. But the truth is, this is a worry for democracy, not a victory. Because everything that happened in Osun State is an eyesore to what real democracy should look like. In fact, as a matter of fact, Nigerians should be concerned about what is going to happen in 2027. There are three things that made Adeleke to win this election. Number one, he had enough money to match the money that APC candidates were ready to share. Number two, he had enough thugs and foot soldiers that are ready to meet violence with violence if APC had resorted to that. Number three, he had goodwill, men of goodwill who are tired of APC and they could not be alive to watch APC take over Osun State, at least not today, with what APC is doing in some of the states that they are currently governors and what they are doing as the federal government of Nigeria. So a lot of persons were actually open to anything that will happen, let it happen. But APC cannot be declared. But come to think of it, did you see that during this course of this election, even before the build-up of the election, a lot of APC governors were trooping to Osun State? The question is, are they from Osun State? What is Osun State their primary place of responsibility or primary place of assignment? Since when did we start having governors to travel this interstate just for campaign? This is a worry for democracy. I'm telling you this thing as somebody who has experienced election in a different climate. Do you know that one of the elections that I have participated in the UK, you can ask a lot of persons that have voted abroad, both in the US and Canada, everywhere. Even people vote by email. You vote, you send it through mail, not email. Mail. You drop it, they will Royal Mail will come and pick it and go and submit because you have confidence that the system will go on without being compromised.
Yep.
But today, everything that goes on, we say, oh, this is a victory for democracy. Victory for what? Do you even know that this thing we have been shouting, you must protect your vote come 2027? What is the job of the security agencies?
Exactly.
It is the work of the security to protect not just lives and property, but to also protect our interest during election.
Exactly.
What do I mean? When we vote, we should be rest assured that there should be adequate security to ensure that there is no ballot theft. Nobody is coming to damage ballot boxes, or nobody is coming to steal the ballot boxes and run away with it. No, it is the job of the security agencies to ensure that there is adequate security that nobody tampers with the ballot papers. And after it has been completed, even the INEC van that is taking the result to a collation center, local government level, it is expected that it will be secured and it should also be sent there with the security. You will see security convoy supporting or protecting the ballot boxes till it gets to the destination. That is the job of security, not the job of the citizens. The fact that in 2026 we still have to vote, we still have to fight, stand, and ensure that our vote counts is a problem to democracy. That is not what democracy should be. Imagine what would have happened if Adeleke was not rich. To the point that even EFCC had to seal Osun state account until President Tinubu now came and said, oh, go, I have contacted EFCC to go and open it, which is very crazy. And now, after he has been declared by INEC, he had also come out in his acceptance speech to reaffirm his support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election. Do you think he's a fool? The only reason why Ademola Adeleke is supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election now is because he knows that this is just the beginning of the war that he has gotten himself into. Tinubu is not going to back down. The judiciary is already standing on his mandate.
Yep.
You may have won on the ballot, but anything
court.
can still happen using the judiciary. Have you forgotten that there are a lot of cases of courts giving declarations that certain political parties should be registered? Do you think our court party is safe? So all these things he's doing now is because he knows that it is not yet victory for him until perhaps the case has gotten to Supreme Court, because I trust that APC is going to initiate a case in this regard. Or if the case becomes started back to the point that after the window period that people are supposed to go on appeal or go to court, tribunal, election tribunal, if nobody takes him to election tribunal, that is when you will now know his true stand. But in all honesty, must we all support Tinubu before we could have peace in our different states? This is a big problem for democracy.
Yes.
This is undemocratic. And every lover of democracy in Nigeria should brazen up to vote out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. Because he does not want the success. He does not want the success of anybody, not even political parties or even political opposition. A president that came out openly and said that all is fair in politics, which means there is no difference between politics and war. To him, he sees politics as a war. You must win at all costs, which is very crazy to me. So I don't think that the victory of Adeleke is victory for democracy. It's a concern for democracy. Because by right, what Adeleke was just begging for is for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to allow a free and fair election. Could you say that? Is you saying that it's a free and fair election, or you saying that it's a victory for democracy? Was that election free and fair?
Exactly.
Do you think there was no suppression of votes? Do you think people did not buy votes? What happened to the senator that said that anywhere you see Accord Party members, you should kill them? What happened to him? Till today, he's still alive and he's still a serving senator. If it is in a country where things work, such a man should be in jail. He's not even supposed to be outside to witness this election. And Adeleke is coming out to say, oh, I'm still supporting Tinubu's re-election. And you think he means it. He understands that this is politics. Yeah. And if he comes out now to say, okay, for what APC has done to me, I'm against APC full time. In fact, to be honest with you, if he has an opportunity now, he will still come back to APC. Because what he wants is just peace. As we speak now, he does not have local government. So for a long time, the local government account of Osun State has been frozen. Do you think it's easy for him? It is not easy to fight federal government. But this is where the problem now lies. Look at as strong as Donald Trump. He has lost elections, and he has also lost court cases. But in Nigeria today, everything the president wants goes. Because, of course, he appoints the chief justice. He appoints everybody, a next chairman. He appoints the IGP of police. He appoints the head of the military. He appoints the head of the road safety, the head of civil defense. Everything head in Nigeria comes from the office of the president. That is how you should know that the president of Nigeria is as powerful as you can ever imagine. This is crazy, and we need to take it very seriously.
So, okay.
I almost say agreement between APC and Adeleke. That's what happened. So agreement is agreement. That's a lie. That is a big lie. Which agreement? Agreement. And you imported more than 17 governors, sitting governors, ministers, senators, House of Reps, even the Senate president came down. Federal might, 30,000 security agents for an agreement you already had. So Davido was going off on Twitter for an agreement that was already in place. That's the lie now. So you are telling me now that if APC governor had won, that the governor will not work for the interests of Tinubu in 2027. So they needed Adeleke. They needed Adeleke to win so that Adeleke can work for them in 2027. Like, does it make sense to you? This is just mind game by APC. APC, they have nothing else to hold on to. They have nothing else to hold on to. They are trying to invalidate the efforts of Osun people. They are trying to kill the momentum that the winning is gathering, letting Nigerians know that it is possible. They are trying to let you know that it's not possible. We made it happen. They did not make anything happen. They were beating blue-black. They were beating blue-black in Osun. They left by 12:30 a.m. in shame. In shame. APC were beaten with their federal might.
They were
in Osun.
beating down
As for
all the
Adeleke,
governors,
thanking
Agbero,
Tinubu,
security
what do you expect him to
personnel,
do?
all of them.
It's just politics. You expect him to come and say to curse at the president or to do what? His allocation has been set for how many months?
Exactly.
So
that's a point.
It's just playing politics.
Point too.
And if it's not politics, like I said in my tweet, if Adeleke is supporting Tinubu, we will count him amongst the governors who are going to disgrace next year.
That's it.
It's just simple. It's not something like 18 governors came to Osun, they were defeated in Osun.
Yep.
Adeleke will join the 35th governor who will disgrace next year.
That's it.
It's just very simple. He has one vote. You cannot tell the people who to vote. Now we they feel the pain of this government. Not be you with microphone. Accord Party chairman, the camp eve of the election from Accord Party to APC endorsed the APC candidate. What happened? You are responsible for yourself, Oga. You cannot tell people in this 2026, you want to tell me who to vote. You want to tell me who to you deploy the road. Do you travel by road? Do you go to the market? Do you know how costly things are now? So everybody eye sharp. Oga, if you like Mona be 36 governors, you see this election, Tinubu go lose am.
Bam.
Mind game call. You will not feel win your no you know if you win your polling units. Kayamo will not feel win the polling units. I they can't say agreement is agreement. Kayamo, did you win your polling unit? Did you win your ward? 2023. Did you win your ward? On what ground are you talking about agreements? Now waiting. You do you have political? What's your political relevance in Delta states? If you win your ward, so actually I expected more from people. Like, so there are some accounts I'm seeing. Like I'm very, very disappointed. You are playing the game of APC. If you are insisting that it was an agreement between Tinubu and Adeleke, you are playing the game of APC. You are telling them that the people that has no power.
Exactly.
The people of Osun defeated APC.
Simple.
How did they do it? They came out en masse. They came out in their thousands.
Yep.
The people that had PVC voted. The people that had no PVC helped in securing the vote.
That's it.
Did you all see the bus? The video where they were on bikes securing that bus to collation center. You want to tell me all those things are scripts? I'm a script writer. I'm a filmmaker. I know a script when I see one. This one will be script. This is reality. APC are so ashamed. They are just grasping on straws. Like, how do we do you know the meeting they held to brainstorm? How do we turn this around?
Yeah.
Say yes, let's tell people that it was an agreement. Which agreement? You think if it's an agreement, they will come and tweet it. Now they think. Now they actually think. They will come and tweet it. So APC governor will feel work for Tinubu. If you win for Osun, what are you people saying? They want to undermine the will of the people, the power of the people. They want to let you know that people have no power. It is our making, and it's a lie.
We are the ones who make it possible.
APC, federal mites were squashed in Osun.
Like toilet paper.
And 2027, we will repeat it at the national level. So imagine 18 governors or so in a place, in a state, with all the imported thugs and the ministers and the senators, and they could not defeat one person.
Yep.
They cannot defeat the people of Osun.
Nothing. They couldn't.
2027 presidential elections. All these governors will be in their state fighting their different battles. It is you, the governor, against us. It is APC against 200 million Nigerian people. Let us see. What they are trying to do is to create that voter party to let you know that no, your voting does not mean anything. It means everything. It means everything. And the only way to undermine it is to let you know that it does not mean anything. If it does not mean anything, why are they going around buying votes? You are agreement in Osun, and you are paying 50,000 naira for votes. One of the things before they agree to these politicians who they play mind games. Some of us are smarter than these guys. We are smarter and wiser than them, and we will counter down a narrative.
I say facts. Mr. Obibwese, welcome. Oh. No, it's not an agreement. I'm sorry, I disagree with you. That's the narrative that APC wants to push out. That's what they have been saying. It's not. There's no agreement. Na lie, na mind game, na psychology. Na Keyami want to can play. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Welcome, Mr. Obibweze. Mona see now. Civil servants, they came out to rejoice now, celebrate their win. 3 people now. Organic. The number of clubs where they carry enter the state. Yeah. 29 people cry. That one agreement. Okay. They say me Southeast must vote Tinubu. Mona listen to Rambana selves.
Southeast must vote for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
This one is supposed to be locked up. And
Southeast must know that our votes alone cannot make our brother, His Excellency, P2B, to be president. No, we have to be strategic. And for those that misunderstand us, His Excellency P2B is my friend, my colleague. We
not be colleague, not near. Far.
And we also contested the presidential intention together. You didn't get, I didn't get. But, I'm happy, for the president I serve now that got it. So, and automatically by the reason
forever.
of
Yeah,
what he's doing all over the country, I continue to say to the people of Southeast, I'm on the ballot. I'm on the ballot because the ballot is about democracy. The ballot is about what you bring for your people. And I have a bragging right to the glory of God.
Oh, see, I be your polo, I thief. What happened to the girl they found in your house? Nigeria not be normal country. You're not supposed to do waka again. Abemona, go obedient updates, go register.
I want to share with you something very important. A people's platform called Obedient Connect by the Big Ten Coalition led by Professor Pat Tommy Dr. Unisa Tanko, and other leaders of the obedient movement. It is a tool to give structure to a passion, a way to connect, organize, and stand together, pulling unit by pulling unit and word by word, to make sure that in 2027, every voice translates into action and every vote truly counts. I urge you today to sign up at obedientconnect.com and be part of this collective effort to take back our dear country. Let us show that the will of the people cannot be ignored.
Okay, obedient connect to abi obedient updates, abeg make una go join. Okay. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, let's listen to this.
Let me bring Tinubu Jimmy. Tinubu get Jimmy, go come on now, bring him back to back. Now in the rig election for Shagari. Moga,
unfortunately, we have seen the kind of human being you are, and you see all these things. But with the thing so, I mean, I don't blame him. Because he lacks vision. I don't blame him. All this
ọmọ àlè ni ọmọ àlè ẹ má wọrí ẹ mọ ẹ má wọrí
ọmọ àlè. Calm down.
Hold on.
That one na bastard. That guy
It's even more than bastard. When they say he's a bastard, it's even more than that. Because he knows what.
It took him like that.
And go touch am.
You got no right to interject me. You got no right to interject me.
wàá rò pé save ní US. Obi ò ní jẹ president. Obi ò ní ever jẹ president.
Ojú tèmi náà.
Ẹja wo onda.
Ọ̀gá bàbá ti lè open your mic. Ọmọ ẹ̀bà.
Sí fídíò.
You must show your camera. Everybody will show camera for
you. The people are going to be on guard.
Olórí burúkú ẹ máa wọ èyí wẹrẹwẹrẹ ló wá ń pariwo lórí TikTok. Olóṣì.
Bàbá àyà
irun funfun orí yín. Irun funfun orí yín ò jẹ́ sọ àti ẹ̀dá lórí burúkú. Wọ́n bá wọn inú ẹ̀ wọ́n tako ọ̀rọ̀ sọ lórí TikTok yóò lè ṣí.
Bátúndé
lórí TikTok. Ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ Tinubu.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni Tinubu.
Ẹlẹ́nu ṣírí bíbí àlùbọ́sà ẹlẹ́nu rú gbogbo yín ti wọ́n mọ́ ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Gbogbo yín ti wọ́n mọ́ ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Aláìníró ló wá ń tako ọ̀rọ̀ sọ lórí TikTok.
Ọmọ àlè ní ẹja ní
Ibo ni bàbá ẹ̀. Ibo ni bàbá ẹ̀.
Àwọn tó jẹ́ ń gbé kókè nìyẹn l'Amẹ́ríkà o. Àwọn tó jẹ́ ń gbé kókè nìyẹn l'Amẹ́ríkà o. Àwọn ọmọ àlẹ́ Yorùbá lẹ́rìí. Àwọn ọmọ àlẹ́ Yorùbá lẹ́rìí yẹn. Èwo ló tún bọ̀ yẹn? Èwo ló tún bọ̀ yẹn? Járójú ẹ̀. Ọ̀járójú ẹ̀. Sọ́nà ìyẹn ni mo ní pẹ́kọ̀rọ̀. Járójú ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òun yóò mú pẹ́kọ̀rọ̀.
Tí aláàárọ̀ bá ní kó jẹ yín, ọlọ́sàn ò ní gbà fún yín sẹ́ẹ̀.
Alálẹ́ òde ní jẹ́.
Weleke. Let's move on. Actually, I think I have let me see if it's is it the same?
Let me bring Tinubu Jimmy. Tinubu get old Jimmy. Go come on now. Bring him back to back.
It's the same one. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay, goodness. Okay. All right. We're almost there. Mona, listen to Agbado people crying. Okay? Make una watch. Mona, listen.
Ẹ máa jẹ́ àlíkò sí kò tó máa fi. Màá tún nù ẹ́. Màá tún lé ẹ kó Yorùbá land. Màá tún lé ẹ dànù. Bàbá, àní màá tún lé ẹ kó Yorùbá land. Màá tún nù ẹ kúrò. Màá nù ẹ jáde. I will beat you and chase you out of Yoruba land. Very stupid set of people. Do you have any investment in even that your Ogun State? You,
Imagine
you have no single investment
see
in
why these
Ogun
people are
State.
doing.
None.
They are insulting themselves.
None.
Sorry, Macron.
They are
Dele Ali
claiming.
Igbo ni. Igbo ni. Imam
Eléyìí
Adébáyọ̀
mà ní
Fúlàní
brain.
ni.
Eléyìí mà ní brain. Ó gọ̀ bó ṣe rí yìí o. Ó gọ̀ tó bá ní bó ṣe rí ó wú. If you have seen Ààrẹ Ayọ̀dèjì that said that he learned boxing, he looks like bread that they soak inside water. He's very fat. He does not have neck. He does not have neck. He does not have neck. He's so big and he's a buffoon. He's a big buffoon. You are a fat buffoon. Stupid boy. You don't go better for your Sunday go with the lock for Benin. The locker for ordinary Benin. He say he go down to cat. He say he's a cat.
Macron.
Èmi fẹ́ gbé gbogbo wọn ṣépè ni. Sunday go where they catch am like foul for Benin. He go thief passport. Your leader go thief Benin passport. He go thief passport, then catch am. Mo fẹ́ shift mental health here ni. Sunday wey go thief passport. Your leader stole passport and you are here you are talking. Go and set up your Yoruba Nation political party. Whether the Igbos will not defeat you in Ogun State. The Igbos will defeat you in Ogun State. If you set up your Yoruba Nation political party in Ogun State, you will be defeated by the Igbos. The Igbos, we will have Igbo governor in Ogun State. And you
ṣèbí ibi tó bá ṣoríire dáadáa ní àwọn èèyàn máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ báwo lẹ fẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ yìí àwọn Ìgbò tó ń wá sí Èkó torí Èkó ṣoríire ní sùúrù aláìtẹ́ bá ṣoríire bí Èkó àwọn Ìgbò máa wá sọ́dọ̀ yìí today Nigeria nothing will happen you can't stop there na church you go just dey make for mouth ọlá pé ẹ ṣoríire tó Èkó ni tẹ bá ṣoríire bí Èkó àwọn Ìgbò náà máa wá sọ́dọ̀ yìí tí gbogbo church yìí bẹ́ẹ̀
better for Tinubu.
olóríire làwọn èèyàn máa wá sọ́dọ̀ olóríire làwọn èèyàn máa bá dùnnú everybody jẹ́ wàá ń bá Èkó dùnnú torí ẹ̀ la ṣe sọ pé àfẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ wa àfẹ́ tó yẹ pé àṣẹ tẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ yín ni ọ̀dọ̀ wa máa rí rárá dàbí ọ̀dọ̀ yín ni àjẹfẹ́ kọ́dọ̀ wa rí rárá dà àfẹ́ ṣé lọ́dọ̀ ni ẹ ṣe lọ́dọ̀ yín ẹ continue ẹ̀.
Wọ́n lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́.
Una dey hear? Una know wetin dey cause the quarrel na? Some Yoruba people from Lagos dey drive the ones wey no be from Lagos. They dey drag them. Na that one na cause all this quarrel. This God abeg o, e no go better for Tinubu o. The level of bigotry, the level of division. This is within Yoruba o. See, this bigotry has gotten to this level. Some Yorubas are telling Yorubas from other states in this space that it's because they are not prosperous. That's why they are all claiming Lagosians. Tinubu really finished a tribe, the Yoruba tribe. Oh my God. Anyway, moving on. We don't have time.
You know, one of the things APC have been bank campaigning on is NEL fund. Without NEL fund, a lot of people wouldn't have been going to school. A lot of students would have been out of school. All this propaganda. Like I told you, APC came to power through the force of propaganda. And they have been maintaining that power with the same propaganda. Outside propaganda, APC has nothing else to do with power. APC has nothing else to offer. Now, I want to explain to you Nelfon in 1 minute in this video because I don't want this video to be long. Let me explain to you Nelfon. Nelfon is like this power bank now. This power bank. We use power bank because there's no light. So, this is power bank. This is power bank. Now, APC came to power and made this power bank at 5,000 naira. All right. APC said, this power bank, 5,000. Now increase the price of this power bank to 50,000. Then ask you to come and take loan to go and buy it.
Yep.
That is Nelfon for you. Now tell me, if that is not scam, can somebody explain to me what scam is in the comment section? You met this power bank right here, at the price of 5,000 naira when you came in 2023. You met this power bank. I'm not saying that this power bank was 5,000 naira in 2023. I'm just making an illustration. APC made this power bank at 5,000 naira. At 5,000 naira in 2023. Then increased it to 50,000. Then come and take loan so that you can go and buy the power bank. Then the APC surrogates, propagandists, sycophants now are on social media, different podcasts and TV interviews telling you that without the Nelfon, you wouldn't have bought this power bank. Meanwhile, before they came, you were buying this power bank.
APC and propaganda, 5 and 6, everything is bursting. Can't win with propaganda. You cannot. Everybody here don't open. This is Northern support group mobilized for Obi Kwankwaso as they launch a serious coordinated campaign for our team. Mona fear is not.
Amana. Media movement in United Forces. Someone get to that.
Okay. Mona see Edo people road.
Best baby, can you see we can do for us? Look at the flower. Thank you for the road. Thank you. Bagolo the work on the same. Our working governor. Dennis, thank you for all you do for us. God bless you, Dennis. Mr. Honorable Dennis. We thank you for this. We thank you for this bridge that you do for us. Between and Iguadalo and yes, sir. We thank you. You try for this road. You do better road. You not do better road. Our deputy see do this one. There is another work. Another open a cost. Work there and go for you. Our politician. And there's only a cost for us. When that's why Lagos road. Now, because the warriors on road. Oh, don't let with the mileage. Man, don't worry, Dennis. Don't worry, you cry. After 8 years, before you cry. Don't worry. I wish if you call this road, I will flog you. Listen, no road, no going, no coming. God, politics small passport on this show.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. See road for God's sake.
In 2027, in that bullying booth, in 2027, if they don't count it, we count the person.
Bye.
I just watched this video of Ademola Adeleke, the governor of Osun State, and I can only ask myself, is there really any difference between these guys? No, this Ademola Adeleke and every other politician, including the ones in the APC, what is really the difference? The support we gave to Osun maybe those of us that were not on ground to vote, the moral support, the verbal support that we are giving from our respective corners, what does it actually mean? Who were we actually supporting? Because the video of Ademola I'm about to show you now obviously proved no difference between him and the APC. See, I thought this man was smart. This Davido uncle sometimes sounds like another version of Olodo, a learned version of Olodo. Let's be very honest. You're giving thanks to Tinubu for conducting a free, fair election. How? See, if you've not seen the video,
blame the man.
let me show you now. And after the video, we'll conclude it.
At this point, I must deeply appreciate Mr. President, His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his strong support for a free and fair election. Mr. President is a son of Osun State, and I hereby reaffirmed my earlier endorsement of him for a second term in the 2027 presidential election.
There is a particular strong message in your speech earlier today when you talked about your support for President Bola Tinubu. Is your support for him simply personal and political, or was there an understanding connected in any way to these governorship contests? Was there any kind of agreement reached? Because Festus Keyamo was saying agreement is agreement. Did you reach any agreement with
No, I never reached agreement with Mr. President. No.
So your support is just
my support is just based on he's a Yoruba man and he's from the Southwest, and I believe that all the federal rules that he has started, I want to encourage him, not to forget, Southwest too, because all our federal road leads to other regions, So, and I feel like, since the Yoruba man has won the first time, maybe we should give him another chance to develop his reform.
So you will go all out for President Tinubu in 2027?
Big time, I will.
Will you be able to work with the Oyebamijis, the Oyetolas, because they are in the APC?
Well, as long as I'm doing it for Mr. President. So I won't mind. I will work with them. And of course, whatever Mr. President, when it's time for him to campaign and all that, whatever how he wants me to come in, and I will do it.
So you heard that, right? You saw the video and you heard him. That is willing to work with the same APC people who saw in Osun that we are giving orders for voters to be unalived, for giving orders for people to be brutalized if they vote against APC. Now, this man that looks like a pork meat just said he's willing to work with them if the president says so, and he's willing to go all out for the president. He's now giving the president more credit than the people of Osun who stayed awake all night, who protected their vote to see that the man returned. This is really kind of confusing. Are they playing with us or what? Because sometimes I feel like these people actually play with us because they all know what they are doing. I just hope we have not supported nonsense. Because this Davido uncle, if you watch that interview, the man doesn't sound smart. He's saying that he's supporting Tinubu because he's from the Southwest. He's a Yoruba man. Only idiot sounds that way. Only people without sense. He never said one good thing about Tinubu that is a reason for him to support him. He just said he's a Yoruba man and he started some federal road in the Southwest. See, this man look daft. Is this man really better than the Edo State governor that you guys are mocking? Yes, elections are over. We supported Accord to beat APC. But now that the elections are over, let's be very realistic. He's not sounding different from a Edo State governor that they said has a D7. See, I don't understand. The man who said he's exposed, now they said he's exposed, he lives in America, and he's sounding like a dumb fellow. Well, if you are going to support Tinubu, I hope Osun people will have their choices. Because I don't believe that the Osun people that said this will support Tinubu. So I hope when the time comes, you will be able to convince those same Osun people who have believed that Tinubu is only, APC is only. You'll be able to convince them to join you now to now vote for the only they know. See, this Ademola Adeleke, I swear, Edo State governor is better than you. If I ever hear any Osun person again, see, Davido, talk to your uncle and stop bashing Edo State governor. Your uncle have not acted or have not sounded any better. Only dumb will tell you that only on the basis of tribe will I support a presidential candidate that is obviously incompetent and clueless. So the next post Davido is going to post about Edo State governor, I will not take it funny. We will not find it, we will not take it as a joke. Correct your uncle first. Correct your uncle. Your uncle is messing up. I don't want to believe that I just supported rubbish during this Osun Goba election. Yes, I was not in Osun to vote. But you know the moral support, the messages from afar. We gave our support vocally. And he's here sounding like a one Olodo. I can't get it. When 2027 comes, lead the people of Osun, or let me see how Ole you is going to do that. But one thing, let's also be very careful in this thing. This could be politics. Because if you look at what happened in Rivers State, but what if the man is actually smart? He's playing politics to be on the safe side. Yeah. No, let's not be in a hurry. I'm the same person now telling you all of this. Yes, I'm angry because he has not even given Osun people the credit they deserve. The praises is all to Tinubu. That's so annoying. Yes. But what if he's playing politics to avert a reverse of what happened in Rivers State to Similaye Fubara? Exactly. Or also what is happening in Osun State, in the territory of Seyi Makinde. So because this man can actually create trouble in your territory if you do not pledge any allegiance. Exactly. Should that be what Ademola Adeleke is preventing? If that is it, then we will understand and just wait to see what 2027 produces from Osun. But if Ademola Adeleke is sincere from his heart of heart to everything he just said on that interview, then he's not as good as Edo State governor that they said have D7 parallel. Nothing educated, nothing learned, nothing sound mentally, I mean, in the words of Adeleke in that interview. So if you agree with Odalo, share this video, and meanwhile, comment your thoughts and opinion. Thank you.
Coco. All right.
Has proven Nnamdi Kanu right at every point. We start here today. I'm speaking Dogon Turenchi. I have no single argument against, not one single argument against the facts that have been adduced by Nnamdi Kanu in his agitation against the Nigerian state. Not one. And if you press a little further, I am today convinced that Nnamdi Kanu was 110% correct in his assessment of the Nigerian state, what ails it. He was correct, but today he sat in a cell somewhere, and numerous murderers are walking around free. That is vindication. The man is correct. Nigeria encourages madness. If it will not listen to rational voices, it became inevitable that more extreme voices will be spoken in the language that Nigeria understands. And of course, you've seen the rise of the Umezuruke of this world and the multiple persons who had traded on the grievances of Ndigbo to build separatist movements demanding separation from Nigeria. I've had multiple occasions to address separatist agitators, both in Ndigbo land, in Yoruba land, and elsewhere. There are reasons why separatist noises have not found ventilation or action in Nigeria. And this is because outside of the state and the multiple evils that the state has mollycoddled, the only other persons who have sought to keep dialogues and violence have been counter-revolutionary groups such as Boko Haram and the rest. Now, if you who have genuine grievances now believe that you can use violence to achieve the goal, what you do is that you play into the hand of the system, which then delegitimizes your genuine grievances on account of the medium of expression. Let me be clear. Everything the oppressed does in pursuit of freedom will find no condemnation from me, including violence. But I may not support it because I do not believe that it would achieve the goal. That is not me condemning it. So what you have found in this time is that in Igbo land, you've had persons trading off the grievance of the people to gain offices, to gain political patronage, to make money. And then you've also had persons who have genuine grievances, are not interested in trading off it, demand changes, but embraced the wrong methodologies in my own view. I may not be correct.
All right.
Nigeria has an Igbo problem, and it is important we address this. How did the Igbos move from being persons desirous of a unitary system at the peak of his hegemony to demanding separate homeland today? It's simple. The loss of citizenship, the absence of the rule of law. If impunity does not govern the country, there will be citizens. If the Igbo are citizens in Nigeria, they will not desire a separate homeland. If the Igbos are citizens of Nigeria, I would also be a citizen of Nigeria. The Igbo problem in Nigeria is the absence of citizenship. Restore citizenship to the Nigerian, the Igbo will not be demanding to go anywhere. Restore citizenship to Nigeria, the people of the Middle Belt will not be crying about Fulani headsmen. Restore citizenship to Nigeria, the Hausa nation will not have Maishango locked up in prison simply because he asserted Hausa nationality. My request that we stroll around Nigeria, in some cases tiptoe around Nigeria, is not to peel our scabs, is to go to the historical roots of our problems, to see that the problems that have historical roots can only be cured by telling ourselves the hard truth. And if we shall confront this truth, we will find salvation for ourselves. Nigeria has an Igbo problem, but that problem is simply the loss of citizenship. If the Igbo people will be allowed citizenship in Nigeria, separatist agitations will disappear. We are all, as a collective, to blame for where we are. There are no saints and there are no sinners.
If you want to listen to the full video, you can go to his channel.
Most of the time I drive around, like you see me now in a car. I've gone from Abuja, I flew to a place called Ibadan, and I'm now driving by the road from Ibadan going to Lagos. And tomorrow, I'm flying to another part of so from Abuja, which is the capital of the country, to Ibadan is about 1 hour flight.
Okay.
And I'm now driving by road 3 hours to Lagos. Tomorrow I'm going to do another 1 hour flight to Enugu, do another 3 hour drive. So I move around the entire country. I can tell you that no politician in Nigeria travels around the country as I travel. I ran for president for the last time it was 2023, the last election, under the Labour Party, and the election, I believe, was rigged
And that is why now our commitment is to see how international communities and everybody will support us to ensure that we have free, fair, and credible election.
Free, fair, and credible. Again, same thing that we're asking for here in America. We've had our own issues with questions on election integrity. So if I understand it correctly,
it's very critical.
Many people think you won in 2023, but the results did not. The results were they reported and then they were changed. What happened?
Well, you know, they said it's going to be by electronic transfer. And somehow, somewhere along the line, they said they have a glitch. But when we checked in the system, even checked with the provider of the back end, there was no glitch.
All right, this was on Nord TV. I don't know. Okay, Osun people went to that woman's house. So that woman that was sharing her bag of rice and cursing people. Go in house. You can't come out. You can't come out. You must not hear APC in your mouth again. You woman don't buy market. Your community, full community come out for house. Oh my God. You might go see never in her life. They send her message again. She not repeat. God, I beg you. They go meet the woman, they pass her house. They say she not fit come out. That's the meaning of the song. She cannot come out. Eh? APC don't enter ground. Oh God, I beg you. More than listen to that miscreant.
Make me shake body, daddy, we dey come. Osun, this coming Saturday is the day that the Lord will decide the renewed hope in Osun State. For the Adeleke, that dancing governor, I don't want to follow you talk too much. Keep your energy for on Saturday when you go learn new thing. For the Davido, I don't tell you before, say you no get level with your homelons online, no level. See, you know be politician, you be musician. Now your music when you go do, when no fly, go and think how you will do more again. Make her fly. For politics, you know they your body. We don't retire all of our family from politics. Not by then, Osun, we are coming to learn new thing.
Nigerians, Mona see the kind of people where APC they recruit. People where no go school.
Telling you.
People where no who go school. I go, you are a disgrace to
to anywhere you are from. Because you're not from Edo State.
No, he's
you
not.
Not be Edo boy.
He's not.
You say you want to disgrace Edo. Now God will disgrace you.
Okay.
Upon the mouth, the video one to do, the security one to show.
Those
not be midnight to tell come back to.
Which is good though.
Not be midnight, but with una principal, una tell come out for shoot come back to Bini. Now go learn new thing. With this your character, you will not win second term. They will collect your second term. Now we go vote you out.
Yep.
The business that Mumu you want to carry follow body. No worry. My enjoy my rise. Happy Sunday, guys. Congratulations to the real winner, the king, the Imole. Una won't go off light for Oshu State. God off na light. God punish you now. Don't mind them.
Oh, Coco. All right.
And let him know the reason why we defeated them. The only reason why we defeated them is not, it's not because we are bigger, but we spend more money than him. On election, they don't spend any money. They spend 60 billion as we have. Some places they bought votes for as high as 50,000 naira.
Oh, wow.
For one single vote. On the day of the election, when I had the kind of money they were spending, I went back to my little corner in my room and I knelt down and I prayed to God. I said, God Almighty, please let people collect their money or let them still vote for Demola Adeleke. Say it to him, let him hear.
I think this is Davido's father. It's not Davido Papa. I think, yeah. And the governor brother with that.
Feeling that Adeleke was going to win.
They shined it.
Well, let me say I have a background in research methodology.
I bet we hear what.
You remember on your program in 2022, I told you that if
you research,
Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu gets the ticket, it will be difficult for anyone to defeat him, but at the same time, you are going to end up with a full-blown dictatorship. That night, social media just went wild. Oh, how can you say so? How can? So today, you will agree with me that most Nigerians believe that our democracy is being endangered. In the case of my twin brother in Osun, Governor Ademola Rudin Jackson Adeleke, it was obvious that this man is a grassroots man. Very down to earth, loves his people to
I'm telling you, Mike, I don't know where they
I'm one of his citizens on my maternal side. My mother is from Gogogufi, in between Ibefe and Ede. And I've followed his trajectory with keen interest. So it was obvious to me that the people love him. He loves the people. And I don't know how he did it.
You guys are killing me.
He made sure that he erected a major project in every major part of the state. Ile-Ife, Ilesha, Iwo, Ede, Osogbo, and so on and so forth. And it's visible. It's not something hidden. Dualization, flyovers, and so on and so forth. Lights everywhere, and you know, one of his mottos is the mole. So, for those of us on ground, we knew he was going to make it. The other thing is that he's a very spiritual man.
Hey.
We come from the same background.
That's what he did.
He comes from both Islam and Christianity. Same with me. And his mother was a prayer warrior. My mother was a prayer warrior. His brother, and I don't think much credit has been given to chairman. We all call him chairman. I now have added executive producer to his name because what happened in Osun was a movie. At a stage, you will not believe it, I almost collapsed when I started seeing the shenanigans of these APC apparatchiks and the
political bandits that invaded Osun State. But I knew, despite all these hula baloo, he was going to win. And I salute.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I beg you. Do you guys believe what this man is saying? I beg you people even una dey rate the guy. No, maybe una dey rate am Nigeria, but nothing impressive. It was the people. It wasn't your effort. It wasn't by you. It was the people. People were resolute. Yeah. Let me see.
Pay heavily then. Because President Tinubu congratulated. It was after everything failed, President Tinubu congratulated now. Let's not stop talking as if these are the his head is strong. Bulldozer Luriel, his head is strong. And the people loved him and they stood with him. But how Nigerians can replicate that over 177,000 polling units, it's going to be hard though. Osun people can sing Oju to wo, but they still collected the money. Those are the problems in our election process.
They not collect time. People
they can sing Oju to wo, but a lot of them still collected the money. It's not that they rejected the money now.
Why would they reject?
There lies the problem.
People that are hungry. Because you don't chop belly full.
Because you see, voters will only tilt to a candidate with the possibility of winning because they don't want to waste their votes. So as the fact that they are still collecting the money, that's where lies the problem. So it's not yet to huru. So even as we are celebrating the people's emotions are very fickle. When they pump it with lie and propaganda. So all of these things, another person I want to thank today especially, apart from all them Davido, is Davido's father, Deji Adeleke. The role that man played are not things visible to the public. Some things I would like to tell Governor Adeleke to quickly do. Anyway, who am I to instruct you as governor? Governor Adeleke.
I beg. Fish out. The story of this girl is very troublesome. I don't know if you guys have come across the story. This girl went missing. Okay, she was with her boyfriend and then she went missing. They were looking for her. It's sad. Let me just play for you. I know we're doing politics, but the story, I was like, what?
This girl is missing, and there's a high chance that she has been killed and her body kidnapped. Chinaza Esther is a 26-year-old social media lifestyle and beauty influencer who they say mostly based in Dubai. However, somewhere in June of 2026, she came back to Nigeria with her boyfriend by the name of Akim, and barely 2 days in, she vanished. As it stands now, the Nigerian police has declared 2 men wanted in connection to her disappearance, possible murder as well as robbery. The 2 men who were declared wanted by the police, none of them is Akim, none of them is the boyfriend, which lets us know that there's a chance the boyfriend was the one who had gone to report this situation to the police. But here is the thing. The 2 men declared wanted by the police are friends of Akim, the boyfriend of Chinaza, the victim. Now, the story is not so clear. Even the family don't understand what is going on. And right now, we're trying to make this make sense. Is she abducted, kidnapped, or did they kill her and then take her body somewhere to bury? Because right now, even the Nigerian police don't know if she's alive or dead. Now, this is what we understand. Apparently, Chinaza, who they say mostly based in Dubai, but travels across the country from time to time. She goes to Qatar, South Africa, China. She travels around the world. But according to the brother, she's mostly based in Dubai. However, before she came to Nigeria, there's a chance she traveled to Cape Town to see her boyfriend Akim, who have been established lives in Cape Town for the most part. So when she went to Cape Town together, they both came to Nigeria. Her Instagram page kind of have her last photos to be in Dubai, but there's a chance she had taken those photos long before she posted it because the prior photos were in Cape Town and her last post was on the 21st of June 2026. The next day, she would vanish from the surface of the earth. The police are saying that her last known address was in Horizon Estate in Ikate. But we are hearing that that is not where she may have gone missing. It's unclear where, because some sources are saying that the friend Akim had gone out to hang out with his other friends who are the two men declared wanted. And somehow, some way, those two men came back home, either came back home with them or came back to the hotel they lodged at Ikoyi. But the moment they got access to Chinaza, they robbed her of her belongings and valuables. And then they took her away. Akim, the boyfriend, claimed to have been attacked by the men too, because when they were trying to rob her, he tried to fight back, but they attacked him. And he was the one who went to the police to make a report. But here is the thing. We are still not sure of her status. Is she alive or is she dead? But everything is leading to the possibility that she might have been killed by this man. And they have taken her body somewhere that only God knows. There are claims that the family of the girl don't trust the boyfriend 100%. They believe that despite the fact that he's the one who went to the police, there's a high chance that he too would have been involved in all of this. Because once again, the two men who took part in this robbery and possible murder were his friends. And he was the one who had brought them closer to him and to the place that the incident most likely took place. Currently, the police are on the search for these two men, so you guys put an eye out for these faces. She has been missing since June. It's been over a month. Only God knows where they've kept her. If she has been buried somewhere, by now, she's already dust. And enough time has already passed, because if they had stolen enough money from this young woman, they would have left the country by now. The sad thing with this incident is the fact that they most likely targeted her and her boyfriend. I've not seen the boyfriend's social media, but her social media page, Lord have mercy, she does show affluence. She's never in one country. And I think people had seen that social media page and had put a target on her, especially if there are people that are close to the boyfriend. If at all, the boyfriend does not have a hand in it. It's just weird. We got to keep following this story because something is off with this. I just hope she's alive. The fact that people are saying that her chances of being alive is very slim is really, really painful, because if she's alive, they'll most likely call for ransom, but nobody has called her family or boyfriends for ransom. And I think that is why they believe she's most possibly dead. But here is the thing, though. This is why I think it's odd, and this is why I suspect the boyfriend is not completely clean. There will be no need to kill the girl, because the only reason why they want to kill the girl is because the girl could easily identify them. But these were not her friends. She most likely don't know these guys. They were friends of Hakim, the boyfriend. So only Hakim knows the guys. If they wanted to kill anybody so that this robbery or whatever they are doing does not come back to them, it wouldn't be Chinaza. It should be Hakim. The only way they would want to get rid of Chinaza is because, obviously, she knew that her boyfriend, Hakim, may have had a hand in it. Because why are you going for the girl that you guys don't know, that has been in Dubai for how long? You go for the person who you guys say are friends. But the fact that they went for Chinaza makes me suspect the boyfriend even more.
This is frightening, oh. Please tell your loved ones out there, they need to be careful, oh. Things are happening. This is wild. Let me play the part 2 for you guys. This is crazy.
Guys, we have an update to the story. Guys, we have an update to this story. It's being said that Chinaza's body has been found, but without her organs. A lady reached out to me to send me this message after we made the first video. I've not been able to confirm the authenticity behind these claims, but she seems to be sources close to the family. If this is true, then it's unfortunate. Another information I got was that the young man, Hakim, is most likely going to be released from custody. He has been in police custody since June, when he went to make the report himself. And the reason why he might be released is most likely the fact that there is not enough evidence to charge him, which is confusing, but not so confusing given the fact that he was the one who went to police to report the two men who are his friends. So far he has been cooperating with the police and telling them everything he knows. But here is the thing. When he went to the police to report, he first made it out to look as though he and his girlfriend, Chinaza, were attacked by his 2 childhood friends, the 2 men listed wanted by the police. And during the attack, something happened to Chinaza that made her begin to foam from her mouth. It's unclear if this foaming had anything to do with what they did to her or an underlying issue. We don't have enough details on that part. The claim is he begins to beg his friends that even if you guys are going to steal and rob from us, take her to the hospital. And it appeared as though they were taking her to a hospital, but he never got the follow-up as to where they took her to or which hospital they would have taken her to. They just left him behind and went with her body, which led him to the police to make the report. That is his own version of the story until the police did their investigation, went to the hotel, checked through the CCTV footages, and saw where he, Akin, was shifting and moving a CCTV camera away from view. And this was what led the police to believe that he most likely partook in whatever happened in that hotel room that night Chinaza was killed and abducted. Because they saw him moving the cameras. If you claim that you're not part of this, your friends who came to rob and kill your girlfriend, why are you the one moving the cameras away so the camera does not capture them, take her body out of the hotel? This is the move that was discovered to have implicated the young man. However, it's easy to dismiss this. Him moving the camera can easily be a thing of, oh, they forced me, they ordered me, they threatened me to do it, otherwise they would kill me. And I think that is a way to dismiss that act of him moving the camera. And it also helps his case because he came forward to report. I think that kind of does him a very big favor. So even if he partook, the fact that he was the one who came forward to report and now blaming everything on his 2 friends, it sort of gives him a little bit of credibility here, which I would understand if for some reason he is released from custody, but that doesn't mean the case is over. He just would not have to fly back to Cape Town and he would have to remain here until the whole investigation is concluded. A lot of people believe that the boyfriend Akim had a hand in it. And to be honest with you, it's something I see too. And the fact that he is captured on camera, hiding and moving the CCTV camera away from view, it's all I need to know that he partook in it somehow, some way. This is my thought. This is my theory. I have a feeling that this is something that went far beyond what he wanted. My theory is that he had asked these guys to come rob him and the girlfriend and then leave. But for some reason, those 2 guys had other plans of their own. Remember, he himself was not in Nigeria too. From what we hear, sources are saying that he was in Cape Town and had to come to Nigeria. The girlfriend joined him, or they both came from Cape Town down here. It's unclear which. So I feel like he had this plan ahead of time because the 2 guys, he was the one who brought them to where they would not know where he is unless he gave them the direction. So I feel like he had this plan with the friends, but for some reason, the 2 friends had other plans of their own that did not involve him. And when he saw that these 2 guys they've taken this far, they're not supposed to kill the girl, but now they've done it. And they were supposed to give him a court. I don't know what deal they arranged, but the fact that he was sidelined from it left him no option than to go to the police. It could also be that the girl dying was not supposed to be part of it, and he felt guilty and felt bad about it because this is his girlfriend of 6 years. Maybe he can fake or feign armed robbery, but he most likely didn't want her dead, and it was not in his bingo card for her to die. And if she died, it's another ballgame, which would mean that if her body is found, it will only be traced to him. So he knew that her death is going to always come back to him because he is the boyfriend and they were together. So it was one or two things. Run back to Cape Town and be declared wanted regardless, or go and report yourself and accuse 2 other people, and accuse 2 people of being behind it. And I think that's what he did. Because I feel like if they find those 2 guys, if they arrest those 2 guys, their statement would also implicate him. That is something I believe for a fact. But there's always one way to figure this out. The police just has to go through his mobile phone, see what conversations he had with his friends, see if he deleted anything, and check the time he called them and what time he spoke to them between when they came to Lagos and when the said armed robbery and kidnapping happened. If they find out that this boy was in communication with these two wanted criminals, that shows that he was in full participation, and most likely currently still in full participation. What if this is all just a front? He knows there will be not enough charges, and then, for some reason the case died. I don't know. It depends. There are so many ways to look at it. I just feel like he knows that the body will be found if she is dead, and it will come back to him. So it's best for him to get ahead of it and report to the police. But this is my thing, and this is where I'm going to this is what I've been trying to find out. I wanted to know when the body was found. Another thing I also wanted to know is when he went to report to the police. Was it the day it happened, or a day after, or 2 days after? Because if it's the day the incident happened, then there's more credibility to him. But if it's the day after, then I'm suspicious. Because now we're hearing that he's the one who is saying that she's dead. How do you know she's dead? For you to know she's dead, means you killed her. But if you're saying she was in a situation and you're asking them to take her to the hospital, then you don't know she is dead. So you can't be saying she's dead because you don't know. But if he's saying she is dead, then he knows something. He most likely partook in something that went far beyond his control. It's easy to get away with armed robbery, but now that death is involved, he knows that he has to get ahead of it.
No, wow. Abemo na dey careful. These young girls, I don't know what they look for. Yeah? Can't trust anyone, no. I don't know. This is sad. I don't know. I just couldn't shake off the story. So I decided to bring it here. It's sad. Okay. All right, I have a couple more videos and then we'll call it a day here. Okay, there we go. Let me see, what's this? Okay.
Ekiti governor, ẹ má blame wọn. Ẹjọ́ wọn kọ́. Wọ́n gbìyànjú. Ẹ̀pọ̀ òbóró ni. Wọ́n ń pàdé irú àwa báyìí lórí social media ní tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà. Wọ́n ń pàdé wa. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n bọ̀ sórí social media wọ́n mọ̀ sọ̀sọ́kùsọ. Àmọ́ nísìnyí tèpètèpè la fi ń bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Àwọn èsì kan sì wà tó yẹ pé bàbá fún wọn. Ẹ̀yin gan ẹ̀ lè kówó fún wọn. Wọn ò ní gbowó pé ẹ mọ̀ blame wọn. Ẹ̀yin gan alára ẹ mọ̀ wá social media lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ẹ mọ̀ wá kẹ́yìn náà gbé pè. Ẹ má ràn wọ́n ṣẹ́ mọ́. Ẹ wá fúnra ara yín kẹ́ wá mọ̀ gbè pè. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú. Ẹ wá sanwó fáwọn kan. Wọn ò lè wá. Bẹ́yìn kan bá gbé sí táwọn fún wọn, ẹ lè kówó fún wọn. Owó wọgbó nù. Owó wọgbó. So ẹ ṣe sùúrù fún wọn. Kì í ṣẹjọ́ wọn rárá, kì í ṣẹjọ́ wọn. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Kì í ṣẹjọ́ wọn.
So you remember that video of the Ekiti governor where he was saying that they paid young people to go on social media and speak for them and all of that they never did, that they ran with the money. They did not see them. You remember that video? I don't know if I shared it here. So this guy is just responding to the governor directly and saying that, yeah, they're going to run. They're going to collect your money and run. Why? Because we are here. We are the ones cursing them out, telling them their life story. So they will run. They will not. So you yourself, come on social media, come and talk to us. Come and talk to us and collect your own. Basically, that's the summary of the video. Anyway, Mona, listen to this man. He get message for these two miscreants.
The younger generation will now think that the only way for you to get to position of authority is by violence. Look at the kind of nonsense that, especially a few days ago, the rhetoric coming from one state governor, with his convoy, and I don't know whether those who were, making those kind of disparaging, if you like, uncomplimentary remarks, especially with respect to this Oshun, whether they are part and parcel of his team or whether they were hired or they are just miscreants. I mean, such things should not be seen in you are leaving your own territory, your own state, you go to another state, and then you are encouraging, tout to be using such language. That is not right. And so these are the issues that perhaps the current military leadership, even the commander-in-chief may have seen. So look, please, let us ensure that we do not see a breakdown of law and order.
Let me challenge the leaders of the Labour Party. I beg you. You ain't going to get power in Nigeria by adopting the methods of the bourgeoisie. If you want to mobilize the Nigerian people, you must go beyond visiting those who destroy Nigeria. From today, your candidates must go to the offices of all the trade unions in Nigeria. The offices of women organizations, youth organizations, because the people you are competing with, please know this, have acquired, I bet illegally, unbelievable sums of money. And what do they want to do? They want to bribe voters because they have weaponized poverty. Therefore, you cannot operate on the same terrain. And the president of NIC and TUC have made the point that you have the largest structures in Nigeria. Please go out from today to revitalize those structures so that these guys can know that it can never be business as usual in Nigeria again. Time is on our side. Oh, yes. Because Nigerians have lost faith in them. They are now running from pillar to post. When they say you have no structure, tell them the people are the structures of power. The people are the centers of power. Power is lying on the street in Nigeria once again. You don't know? The man in Aso Rock says, I am tired, I want to go home. Those who want to take over power from him, they are also tired, you know that? Therefore, power is lying on the street of Nigeria. Are you ready to pick it? Thank you.
Remember, this is an old video. This was during the leading up to 2023 election. That's why he made this statement, you know. So my question to everyone is, are we all ready? Let me read this. This is from Justin. It says, Festus Keyamo, that's who he's referring to, wants us to believe that they agreed to buy about 30 Nigerians in Osun State. They agreed to starve the state funds needed for salaries and running local governments. They agreed to deploy 36,000 APC governors, including D7 and his merry men who left their already neglected duties anyway to hang out in Osun State. They agreed to deploy already scarce security personnel to babysit the polls in Osun State. They agreed to have stalwarts allegedly running around sharing 50K to voters, all in exchange for conceding the win to the incumbent. I mean, he has his own issues, but really? Festus needs to introduce me to his dealer. I want whatever he's having. Ditto for all who believe that nonsense. Nigerians in that state stood up and drew a line in the sand, paid the price in blood while they were at it too. They reminded APC and the bunker dwellers where true sovereignty lies, and they blinked. Xerxes bleeds, he's not a god. You remember in 300 where what's the man, this man's name now? Took the sword and threw it at Xerxes, the god, and he bled, so that he wanted the people to see that he's not a god, that he's human. That's where this line is from. It's okay for the politicians to weave their tales and all that, but can the rest of us not disrespect our fellow citizens who did what they all need to do come January? Please. Thank you, everyone. So basically, you know that statement Keyamo made, agreement is agreement bullshit. They're just playing with psych game. Abeg, I don't know. I don't dump the guy since now. See it. You dey ask me now, past tense be that now. You don't take me back. Come on now. I'm in the future. What are you doing in the past? All right, wake up, Seed. I don't know who that is, by the way. That's how much I've moved on from him. So my people, now here I go leave am today. We go to see. I think campaign they start to. Is it tomorrow? I think tomorrow is nine campaign they start officially. Is it tomorrow or Wednesday? I never remember. But anyway, it's starting in a few hours. So guys, let's call it a day. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to all of you. I shall see you guys on the campaign grounds. I shall be bringing it to you. Keyamo got his degree by bringing lecturers. So you understand? Make your beg. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I will see you now again, Sha. More na enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.